What's up, world? It's your girl, Tamika Georgia Me Harper. Whenever I'm on Clubhouse, I'm looking for Iron Sharpens Iron with my man, Poetic Black and Written in Pain.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
The story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, Sharpeth, iron.
I'm stifled. I can taste the congestion. Dissension descending as we speak, leaking pieces and particles. I'm impartial. Information has never been more accessible, yet ignorance is bliss. The flavor of knowledge I've learned to crave, but what I'm left with is this. False premises. Regurgitated, propaganda repeated, your perspective deleted, then you reiterate it. You brag about your degrees, lies you believe, say you're educated. There's a dedicated theme of defeat if you listen. This transmitted frequency is tuned in to dull your glisten, numb your senses. What are we, dense or dumb? In the name of fun, we'll lose all discretions. Funny how the chickens come home to roost. The aftermath of following our desires rather than the proof. The truth these days are subjective. There's no absolutes, just obtuse angles angled at distractions. We're slided, miseducated, and divided. Can we hear our folly? The resounding chatter of laughter, shits and giggles, and pigeonholes we can't wiggle out of. Is this the cost of entertainment? The detainment of free thought? You thought we were making advancements. Joke's on you. Funny how the chickens come home to roost. You're left in disbelief. You can smell and taste the deceit. But now, the point is moot. You can see the troops. You can hear their boots in unison in pursuit of you. Can you feel it now? Isn't it how you wanted it to feel? Instant gratification and convenience parallels with mind control and obedience. There's power in suggestion. There's billions they've invested in prepping and priming your mind. And now it's time to cash in. And your soul is the dividend. Isn't it weird when you talk about making a purchase and then it just shows up on your phone? Hope you don't think that's a coincidence. Maybe they're not listening to your thoughts. Maybe they're inducing them, producing your profile before your eyes, yet you think is of your own doing. There's a hidden fee attached to endless strolling and random tweets. Oh, you thought it was free. No, there's a price to pay to play this folly. And we're in debt with debit that our credit can't cash. and our advancement is depleted. Morale deleted. This cycle repeated. Then you feed it to your offspring who didn't need it, didn't believe it, and now we're here. Destination clear. And we can't go back. Funny how the chickens come home to roost.
Dom the Mongo.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Dom the Mongo.
Some are found within the hollows, only nodding to the tapping rhythm that's made when pencil meets paper. Some are in project hallways, projecting pain over boom baps, poems wrapped in phrases formed in spray paint. Others scribe to distract from suicide, wanting to read no more, yet finding life in light. The pen stride provides. Some walk the streets mumbling secret soliloquies until its remnant etch themselves into the coils of the hippocampus. Some are bestowed with stories untold, yet behold, they are retold. The temple is planted, enchanted with the echoes of wordsmiths, of lore from long, long, long before. You can still hear them. Their names frame the wind in the name of motivation, the gust that sends simple salutations assailing. The calling, a humble power, yet it is this power, it is this power, this unstoppable nature, the pain for penning, drafting, crafting, autographing life's scenery with calligraphy. We enter this temple as a fraternity with certainty or on an instant in tandem, bringing color to life through random memorandum. This, these, those potential poetical places, sacred spaces. We unsheath pens and quills, some with music, some with blood spills, some with just will. Some never will even know until the pen, the page, the microphone, the stage. We are the salt of the earth. We give words worth. We may judge the crafting, but never the passion. And when words are immortal in this time's portal, how can I flatline when I have placed my whole life on flat lines? We are poets, priests of the printed, placing hope in words spoken. We are poets, priests of the printed, placing hope in words spoken, healing with harmonic phonics. Some, some merely hobby this. I embody this. I am one with she. I am fused to the muse, that to which I am bound. Written words is my religion, and this is sacred ground. That was written in pain.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Welcome to another episode of Iron Sharpeth Iron. I'm your host, Poetic Black, and that's my brother right there, Mr. Written in Pain. If you guys want to get on this mic, throw that iron in the chat. What it do, my brother? What's good with you, man? What's good with you?
Man, listen, you know what it is, man. It's Grand Grill season, man.
Grill season.
Everything is lining up, man. People is registering. People is buying tickets. It's crazy right now.
It's crazy. Yeah, man. Grand Grill is going down. The registrations is almost filled up. We announced last week that we will only be taking 12 scribes. 12 scribes for that opportunity to become the next Grand Griot of Brooklyn with that Grand Griot championship title to go along with that $1,000 prize, $100 registration fee, and you in the building. Yeah, we getting close, bro. Stuff starting to get hectic. You know what I'm saying? We got to do a lot of running around. But we planning, man, and everything is coming together, man. For the most part, man, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. But how your week been going on?
Hell, my week been good, man. Listen, man, what's going on with your boy Diddy? They about to let him out. What's good? What happened? What's going on? I thought he was going. I thought what happened, man? What's
They
going on? I
dropped the
thought he was going to
ball.
jail, man. I thought he was getting 100 years. What happened to everything? What's
They
going
dropped
on?
the ball, bro. They dropped the ball. One, that video of him beating up Cassie. We all seen that video. They somehow uploaded that video into a program that edited it, and then they so happily destroyed the original. So they edited the video from the hotel, uploaded into this server some type of program to edit it out to get all the all the pertinent parts out. But then they deleted the original. So that version that they had wasn't admissible in court. They dropped the ball on so many different levels, and like Diddy coming home, and hell is coming with him.
Sounds suspicious, bro. Sounds suspicious. Also, man, I heard some weird Tyler Perry stuff, man. I heard some
Yeah,
weird
I'm
Tyler
hearing
Perry.
Tyler Perry was on the same wave as Diddy, or even worse. With
Yo,
the
yeah, you know what I'm
people
saying? Yo,
starting to
what
come
you want to
out.
do for this role? Yo, I've been have my suspicions, okay? I've been have my suspicions about Tyler Perry, man. Cause I'm gonna say something, man. He be picking some dude. Listen, pause. Let me say this early. Pause, all right? Some of the dudes Tyler Perry be picking for his shows. I be like, yo, Tyler, man. You be worried more about having certain dudes on the show than making sure you got bad shorties. The shorties on Tyler Perry shows be mid, but the dudes he be picking, you know what I mean? I be like, yo, some Tyler, what's going on? I got a theory, man. I think Tyler Perry got this show called I forgot what's the name of it. I think it's called Ruthless, right?
Hmm.
But it's about like this guru. He on an island and shit with all
The
of these,
guru,
you know
don't
what
they
I'm
call him
saying?
the guru, the enlightened one, or something like that?
The one, the yeah, some shit like that. The one, some shit. But I think that's Tyler Perry. I think that's him. I think the Tyler Perry compound is ruthless. I think he's the oneness dude. I think that's him.
Yo, I tell you something real life, man. I knew this one brother that was a part of the Ansar Allah community. I don't know if you remember that community back in the days in Brooklyn and Bushwick. They had it locked down. You know what I'm saying? Selling their stuff and their books and things of that nature. You know, the Ansar community was founded by Dr. Z York,
Mm-hmm.
Malachi York.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the brother, he was a part of that organization or that faith or whatever you want to call it. He was a part of it. And he told me real shit. He was like, yo, he said, you get married and you get a call, you get a letter or something like that, and you gotta go to Mount Zion. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mount Zion, I think it was up in Rochester somewhere, he was telling me. But it was upstate New York. And he said, you go up there and homeboy had to deflower your bride before you did. On some, you know what I'm saying? He had to bless it before you got to it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you was actually able to have like relations with your wife, you had to meet quotas and all that. So he was telling me a whole bunch of stuff about that. But it reminded me of that cult when I saw that, because I seen Ruthless and the
Yeah,
way
the
he ran it.
highest. That's his
Yeah, the
name. The highest.
highest. Yeah, the highest, man. And yeah, man. Like that should be real, bro. That'd be real. And I met another sister. This sister told me she was with Dr. Malachi Z York, man. And what I noticed about his followers, they don't be stupid. They be really versed in a lot of information, but they don't be putting two and two together. But this sister told me it was at the time when he was getting when he was going through all the legal troubles and things of that nature, you know, and he was in prison, or he still is in prison to my knowledge. But they was like, yo, he said if they don't get him out by a certain amount of time, that the earth was gonna end, and you know what I'm saying, it was gonna be all chaos and all that. And Shorty was really scared. Like you get like, yo, we gotta get him out. Like I was like, damn, you be surprised, man. It'd be real life cults like that people get invested mentally, man, and people get a wrap on their minds and just start shaping and just really, you know, making them do things that they wouldn't normally do under their right mind. But it's crazy though, man. Word.
Another thing was I wanted to know real quick, man, just to go back a couple of weeks ago. I know Billboard had dropped the 75 greatest
Mm-hmm.
R&B artists of all time. Was Janet Jackson on that list?
I believe so. I believe
I don't
so.
remember talking about Janet. Oh, all right. Khadijah said she was on there.
Yeah, I believe Janet was
She
there.
was low down. What number was Janet?
I think
Anybody know?
Janet, I can probably pull it up.
I
But
need to know. I need to know this because I didn't remember. I must have missed when y'all talked about Janet. You probably had already got me mad.
yeah, we what you call? We definitely talked about Janet. I think she was
Well,
in the
was she low?
50s.
That do you remember? Like, was she low? Was she in episode 1 or 2?
I think she was in episode 1.
Yeah, that's bullshit. All right, I just wanted to know.
She was in episode 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some bullshit. All
Yeah.
right, all right,
Well, you
all
think
right. So that means
you
they
think she should
wait.
have
So
been
that means they
higher?
had Erica Badu. They had Erica Badu higher than Janet Jackson.
I think they was in the same company.
Nah, no.
I'm gonna go
Okay,
find. Hold on,
we can move on.
I got it right here. Let me see.
All right.
I
Let me
got
know
it.
real quick, because that's some bullshit. They should burn that list. Billboard, you figure they didn't know music, man. BET need to come out with a list.
Okay, let's go. You said Janet Jackson. I think Janet was in 50, somewhere
No,
around there.
no, 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 no. Negative. Negative. All right. I just wanted to know where she was. If anything, Janet should have been in the low 40s, late 30s. Janet don't belong all the way in no 50s. Get out of here, man. Shout out to the GOAT. All right, I
Yeah.
just wanted to know, man. We can move on from that topic, man. The whole thing it hurts my soul. Uh, it was one more thing, man. I can't remember now, man. It was that and something else, but yeah, man. We can move on, man. This week, damn, it was something else happened this week, man. Can't remember.
It was
But go
something.
ahead, brother.
But yeah, but what we wanted to do with this show, we wanted to give, because in the light of Grand Griot season, or the Grand Griot season, we wanted to give some pointers, you know, week to week as we get closer to the Grand Griot. We wanted to give some pointers on performance. You know, when you get there, if you're a contestant or just in general, just giving general tips out there of performance. And what we decided on, Payne, we was gonna talk about which one, what aspect this week.
Well, people sometimes forget to perform, even if they read it live. I think sometimes, I think that's exactly what happens. I think sometimes when people are reading, they forget to perform. It happens even sometimes on the app. Sometimes people forget to perform, and I'm not saying you got to be all extra theatrical like P Black be, but I'm just saying, you gotta put a little you gotta put a little paprika on it, you gotta put a little paprika on it. So I think the same thing happens when you're reading live. I think sometimes people forget that people are looking at them. So I thought maybe we would just give a few pointers or give a few suggestions on when you're in that kind of situation, or if you're approaching it in that manner, because reading don't necessarily mean you're not performing. So
So
the number one Go ahead, bro.
So basically, we gonna be talking about, reading and performing, the nuance between that, how to do that effectively. That's what we gonna talk. That's what we gonna cover this week.
Yeah, real quick.
Huh?
Yeah. So I think the number one thing to focus on is to keep reading it. I think people don't understand. Sometimes people don't understand that there's a muscle memory that comes with reading a poem over and over again. That it's on. I call it like semi memory. It's almost like you ever had a song you know the lyrics to, but you only know the words to it. If you play the song, like if I was to say sing it right now, you won't know it. But if the song is on, you know
Let's
all
sing
the
the whole
words. It's
song.
like
Mm-hmm.
right. It's like a muscle connection. So my advice, the first thing I would say is to just read it, 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 just so that when come showtime, you're not so reliant on. You'll see how much you really did retain. Maybe reading a few words. Now you know that whole sentence, or maybe that whole stanza. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that would be my advice. Number one is to read it, 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 read it.
And when you read it, I'm gonna add on to that. When you read it how you would perform it. That's very important. Don't just read it how you would perform it. Picture yourself making the motions where you can come back and glance. Like when you reading from paper and you're trying to maintain an audience, it's difficult. Some people I done seen lately, I don't know if you seen this, Pain, but I seen in this one dude performing, and he had like a tripod. He had like a tripod where he could read the joint. So his phone was acting like a teleprompter while he performed his piece. Like I was looking at it, I was like, wow, that's genius. If nobody knew that was there, that was like, wow, that's crazy. But he would put his joint on a tripod and he would read it from there. So it would free up his hands, to be able to, bring some form of emotion to the piece and things of that nature. But I agree with you. Rereading your piece over and over again, muscle memory is a real thing. It's just like riding a bike. You don't ride a bike in years. Like when the last time you rode a bike when you was a kid? As soon as you get on that bike, all of them feelings of how you start the pedal and all that, your little kick off the ground, and everything will come right back to memory. Same thing with driving. If you haven't driven in a while and you start driving again, once you get behind that wheel, all those mechanics just start clicking in for you. I got to put my foot on the brake. I got to bring it into gear. I got to do this. I got to do that. So it all comes back to you. So reading your poem the way you would want to perform it is key. Knowing your way around it. And you find that on Clubhouse as well when people come and they read their piece and they're not too familiar with the piece. And even though they're reading, they're stumbling. And the reason for that is that you're not really familiar with the piece. All of the accents that you write, because I write in accents. Anybody just can't read my poetry. They just, the way I spit my poetry, I got a specific way of the way I write my poetry. Only I understand it. Like if you took my book and you was like, I'm gonna read Black's poetry, you have a hard time because I write in accents. I know what it means. I write with dots. So I know if what one dot mean, I know what two dots means, I know what three dots mean. So I write my stanzas in dots. So it just works for me. So I know what I'm
What
doing.
kind of legend of kung fu shit you be doing over there? What kind of shit is that's some Mike Tyson shit? 3, 4, 2,
It's
1, 1,
crazy.
3, 2. What the fuck is that? Shit?
I
I
never
know
let
that.
I never let nobody know that. But I write my shit with dots. If you look at all my books is full of dots. Because the dots let me know what I'm trying to do at that point, whether I'm pausing briefly, whether I'm pausing a long pause, whether I'm giving emphasis. It tells me a lot when I'm writing my pieces. But everybody, we got our own styles of writing. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to us. So you got to know those accents of how you wrote your piece, how you wrote those blocks. Like, I know I'm going to go here with this and I'm going to transition to this. You got to know when and where to do it so it comes off seamlessly when you're actually performing. You know what I'm saying? So that's great advice. One piece of great advice is to keep reading your piece. Keep reading your piece. You know,
Yeah.
another piece of advice that I would give is to rewrite your piece. I know it's time consuming. I know, like, I ain't say I'm writing the piece like I'm in the chalkboard and I'm in school. Nah, it do something for you. Write your piece out. Write your piece out. Like, I do a first draft where I do my chicken scratch and all that, but once I got everything the way I want it, then I write it in my quotations and
You
things of
will
that nature.
retain more of your poem if you write it by hand on paper than
Then
writing it in the
typing it
phone.
out.
That's the thing I've realized.
It's
So
real.
that's
It's
the,
real because you're connected. You're really connected to your words. Your words is power. There's power in the spoken word, and that's real. You know, so the manifestation of everything you say will come to pass if you have that conviction with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a certain type of intimacy that's really there when you're writing, like literally writing your energy, writing down something. It's powerful, and you will retain a lot. So write your pieces out. Write them out. Write them out. You'll be surprised how much you can retain from writing your pieces out.
so before we end this part though, I'm gonna tell y'all some cheat codes. Some little cheat codes, some little things I've done and some things I've seen other poets do. But this is my personal thing. Don't rely on technology.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you reading, I suggest read out of a book or off paper because it's in that moment that your phone want to do dumb shit. Somebody want to call you. Somebody might send you a text. You scroll your finger too hard and move your shit. Your cursor, your phone freeze. All type of bullshit want to happen when you live and then the spotlight is on you.
Mm.
Papers rely. I see it happen all the time. Even when people spit on the app, they're like, oh, sorry, y'all.
My phone, my
Give
computer
me a
screen froze.
second, y'all. Paper don't do that. Paper don't freeze. Paper don't die. Paper screen don't go black. Paper don't do none of that. So my advice is that's my advice. Even like when you do features or anything, even on app, I always rely on. I might spend a little room, I might spend something in my notes, but when it's showtime, and you know what I'm saying, over reliable paper because your phone will play you out like the WB frog.
That's good advice. That's real shit too. Cause like Murphy's Law, what they say, if anything bad can happen, will happen, something like that. Like shit will happen right there when you're on stage, man. You're like, damn, what the, and it can throw you. It can throw all of your concentration. You can panic. You don't want that. Paper is reliable. Make sure it's legible. You know what you're reading. And you're able to get that feel, that flow with it, where you can come off the paper. You know what I'm saying? And if you're reading off paper, don't never rely on the whole joint. Put the effort in because there's an effort in trying to retain. And if you can't retain all of it, you can retain some. But there should be some form of effort. Don't be one of those people that had their eyes glued to the screen the whole entire poem. Engage with your audience. Be able to glance away, you know, because you'll be surprised how much you remember. While you're reading it, you like, wow, I know this whole joint. I know this whole joint. You know, but just don't rely on the device or on the paper. Try to engage the audience. The audience is there to see you. So if you glance at your paper, making it, you know what I'm saying? That's way more better than just being glued to the paper. Be like, I'm just gonna stay right here in this pocket. It limits you. Not saying that you can't deliver a dope piece, the way it's supposed to be delivered. But you're limited. You're definitely limited. So, try to be able to gaze, not more so like, well, I got this part. You know what I'm saying? Use it as needed. Don't use it as a crutch and be like, I'm just gonna read and that's it. Like now we just sitting there watching you read. But engage your audience. So if there's a way that you can do both, then do so. But that's great advice though, Payne. That's great advice.
All right. So I guess we could close out this portion of this with me giving y'all a little cheat codes. I personally, maybe I've done one of these things, but it might help you. First of all, now I'm gonna tell y'all the one thing I have done back when I was a green-eared poet. Okay, 'cause I don't do this anymore. But sometimes I have parts of a poem I'm struggling remembering, and I'd write it like old school fourth grade. I write it on my forearm or like on the inside of my palms on my fingers. Sometimes I'll be looking in my hand and I spit, but I knew how to freak it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew what was going on. Also, and black scene poets do this.
I know what you about to
Sometimes a
say.
poet.
I know what you about to say. You talking about the headphones? If you talking about the headphones, yo, that's yo. Didn't
I done
you
seen
lose a
poets win
slam?
big bread. Yeah,
Word.
I lost. Yes, sir.
You
I lost
lost
a
a
slam to
slam like
somebody.
that did that. That had the piece
So,
playing in their ear while they on stage. Dirty race car driving. Dirty race car
I'm not gonna name
driving.
names because I know exactly this person did it at a few slams, and they want to becoming. You know what I'm saying? They want to becoming. You know what I'm saying? They want to
Big.
blowing up.
Big
Yeah,
name.
they're a big name now, but back in the days,
We
so they would
remember.
re-record. Yeah, we remember. We was there. We pre-record the poem and play it in your ear. You have yourself as the reference in your ear. So you know what I'm saying? You can finesse that, practice that, listening to yourself with the pauses. Do what you gotta do. But just know me person. I'm not a judge. I'm hosting. I'm not one of the judges. But if I see an earpiece in your ear while you spitting, I know what's up, baby.
Yeah, that's some dirty race car driving. I'm saying though, to be honest with you, if you're gonna read, I would use that option as opposed to the physical reading, because if you got the piece in your ear and you wait for the first, and especially if you spit it in phrases, like you got the acapella in your ear and you spit it how you want it, like phrase by phrase, so you hear it and you can spit it and then you can hear the next, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that can work. Nobody will ever
I
know.
pause too much because I thought about doing that one time, but I pause too much when I
Oh
spit.
yeah, you the
So
pause king. This
I
nigga
miss
be
time
pausing
to
forever.
I'm pausing in my ear. I'm pausing in too confusing. Fuck it.
Nobody pause more than this nigga, man, for
All right,
dramatic
bro.
effect. Y'all hear Iron every week when it's time for Payne to get on the mic. It be like, I cut that every week, but nah, it's something else. But anyway, man, let's get to the show, bro.
Have to get in the mindset, man. All right, man. We about to open this mic up, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. It's Iron Sharp as Iron. But before we open this mic up, I got one thing to say.
What's that?
The Grand Griot is in the building.
The Grand Grio's in the building. You know the Grand Griot
Grand,
get carte blanche. It ain't
the
time for the
Grand
new
Griot.
Grand Griot yet. So,
So me, you listen, man. You want to come up here? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Raise your hand. Say something. I mean, if I'm taking that hard, if you want to, if you coming up, give me the thumbs up, and I'm gonna pull you up.
yeah,
All right,
the
all right.
Grand Griot definitely get carte blanche.
You get carte blanche. The Grand Griot don't wait in line. Anytime you ready to come up here, bro, let us know, cause the Grand Griot don't wait in queue.
Hi, that's what it is. That's what it
He
is. He
said he
chilling right
chilling.
now.
He said he
He
chilling.
chilling
But the
right now.
Grand Griot don't wait in
Don't
queue at
wait.
Iron Sharpens Iron.
Don't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to the live joint, B. I'm getting excited, bro. I'm really getting excited. getting excited. A lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff is happening. And yeah, man, it's about to go down. But
All right, so
how this
yeah, we
how
about
this
to get into this queue. Let me refresh and make sure she left. She left. All right, so the next on the snap. He, boy, oh boy, timing. Your timing is impeccable. Your timing is impeccable, man. Let's bring up Candy B with that R&B.
Let's go. And now we do Candy Baby.
Yo,
I
the
was just
force is
putting in the
strong with
chat.
you,
I was
man. I don't know how you did
I was
that.
about to put in the chat. Since I missed my turn, iron, because I just knew I missed my turn. How
That's
y'all doing this
crazy. That's some
Saturday?
black girl magic right there. How you do that, man? What's good?
Oh God, nothing. It's Saturday. I'm chilling. My voice is a little rocky, but we still gonna do some spoken word poetry, and iron sharpens iron. And remember,
Yo,
R&B
your
2Z in the
PTR is
building.
giving me your PTR is giving me all the time that I was loving you. You were
You was
busy
busy
loving
loving
yourself.
It gives me Raquel. It gives me Raquel from Power.
Eleven years a sacrifice.
yourself. Okay, yeah, I could be Momo. All right, let me see. I got these kids back here in my background. Let me do something kid friendly, something safe. I don't even know what I be getting on y'all stage sometimes just because I want to talk to y'all. I ain't even gonna lie.
Listen, Candy, you
You-
coming to the Grand Griot, right?
Yes, I am. My coach has me in the gym right now and fasting and not eating
Right.
nothing, drinking a bunch of fucking water. I'm hungry.
Food, hunger's in the mind. Hunger's in the mind. Let me ask you a question. I gotta ask you one question though.
Yes.
Are you the next Grand Griot?
Um, yes, duh. Like, what the hell?
See what
what
I'm saying?
kind
That's that Team Pain talk. Let me ask
what
you
kind
something.
of
How many
question is
members of Team
that?
Pain is? How many members of Team Black is coming to the Grand Griot
well,
live?
the first runner up, Kiana Pearl, will be in the building. She gonna be in the building, so you know what I'm saying. You know she
Okay.
gonna be rolling with Pyro. So yeah. Team Pain will be. Team Black will be in the building.
All right.
Team
All
Black will be in the
right.
building.
Basically,
Team
all
Pain gonna
right,
be in the
Candy.
building. That's what it is. That's all that matters. Team Pain is gonna
That
be in the
basically,
building.
Candy. Basically. So you said, so
Period.
you, so you not saying the piece. You just came to what we doing?
I'm gonna do a piece. I'm gonna do a piece. I'm trying to find a piece. I'm about to do this same piece over again. I'm about to do jealous.
Mm.
Hold on. Where's jealous? It's new to y'all, so new to you, Black. So
So
give me
you
my
get the
mid
button.
button.
There you
Yeah.
go.
New shit! This is new shit!
I have to go in the laundry room. Your girlfriend don't like me. And that's why I stare into your eyes while you flood my throat deep, swallowed, while push past my tonsils with pleasure. Your body might belong to her, but your soul, that's mine. She don't like me. So no reverse cowgirl tonight. Let me talk you through this session. She don't ride you like this, Daddy. I didn't say you could come yet. Keep your eyes open. Hold on. This is a wild ride. Kiko's strong enough to make a grown man cry. Baby, why you put your thumb in your mouth while I'm fucking you? Watch me glide. Slick, glistening all over your member. Remember when y'all were happy? Don't get lazy now. Fuck me back like it's her first time. Call her name. While you drown in my waterworks, I squirt. You scream, Leilani. I'm sorry if it hurts. She don't like me. 'Cause once upon a time she was mine. I had her first. I used to lick it, strap it, and make love to her soft, but I lost her to you, my best eater. So this is get back. Say her name one more time. Say it. Leilani. This nut's for you. Toxic. Just how we like it. Night night.
Down the Mongo.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the Mongo.
Bumbleclot. Oh man. Yeah, I never heard this before. I never heard this one. So this was definitely new shit for me. This slow drawl, seductive, enchanting poem did its job. I was fully engaged. I thought this was sexy, it was sultry. This was a lot of things right here, Candy. And I think the cracking of the voice added texture to the poem itself. I thought your voice, you losing your voice a little bit, added a little texture to this poem indirectly. But great job, man. This was fire. Payne, what you thought about it?
Man, this had water squirting and kegels and everything I love about poetry. Uh, your delivery was spot on. You know, usually
Spot
I bother
on.
you about your delivery when it comes to erotic poetry. But look, you even got me trying to sound sexy right now. Gee.
Yeah, you always give Candy Baby a hard time when it comes to her erotica. You're like, oh, make me feel it. You know what I'm saying? I guess the feeling was here,
Tonight
man.
she gave me a hard time. Good job, Ken. All jokes aside, though, I thought your delivery of this, I heard you spit this in your regular voice. I just think your delivery of this is so spot on and it's so dope and it's seductive. And when it comes to the Art of Seductive Challenge, I would recommend this as the chicken dinner right here.
Mm, mm.
So I need to lose my voice. Okay, that means y'all gotta
The-
take me out in New York. We gotta go to Jersey then. We gotta go to Atlantic City on Friday night and make it back in time enough for the Grand Griot. I'll guarantee you I'll lose my voice.
You
yeah.
bring up AC to the wrong duo. You're bringing up AC to the wrong duo.
You
We're
know
going to talk
black gonna
about
be,
this
man. AC, man.
We'll
This
talk about this
nigga.
later.
Oh
Appreciate you,
man.
Candy.
Good night.
Good night, Queen. All right, man. We setting it off right, man. We setting it off sultry and seductive. The Art of Seduction Challenge. Shall we proceed? Who we got next, bro?
Now we about to get some bars.
Bars. Buns and
It's on the
bars.
mic. It's a real.
Babes and bars. A real, oh yeah, this is definitely bars. Let's bring our brother on up to the stage. What it do, King?
Okay. Yeah. How you doing, family? Freaking dancing, man.
What's good? What's good, brother?
You, man. I love the poetry y'all did before the show, man. Woo wee. Woo, 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 woo.
I
Woo, woo, woo,
appreciate you.
woo.
Appreciate you, King.
Yeah,
Appreciate you. What you got for the
man.
people this evening? I'm looking forward to
Well,
this, man. I'm looking forward to you, man. For real, for real. I'm looking forward to this. What you got?
thank you, family. It's something on brotherhood right here. Or lack of it. They call me black man, but it's too many negative implied connotations. And I ain't hating. What I want for myself is real. But on the real, brothers and Sam pickers. And you know how we living. A good brother, a true friend, a ride or die to go in the end? Not at all. I need one to say, get your head up, boy. Your hope get thin. But all I got was some hands. A partner in sin. We used to be fucking new bitches. He wasn't satisfied. He trying to fuck my bitches. Cash out me, bro. Slick stealing my riches. Crossed me out in the business, gave me stitches. Turn say witness. Listen. Karma said I can't receive, but I don't give. And I admit that the way that I live is trill, but still, I just wish I just had one real nigga. Keep it real. But that being it is what it is, there ain't no Esau fables, black man, Cain and Abel. A brother could be born to kill. A brother want your meal. My brother make a deal selling your life while making his nice. So brother, aka to me, just another motherfucker. A hater, a secret lover that stick your knife in your back when you hurt and say, nigga, I love you. Fucking turn the page. I'm nobody wine sage, but message for all the men in this age. Cherish the day, remember to pray, and don't show your brother where you stay and where your head lay. And can I say I'm jealous? Looking at the other man, brother love for the Africans and the Mexicans, brother of all foreign lands, join hands. But not me and my man. We do the dance of admiration, jealousy, envy, straight out right hating. And fuck that nigga, man. He ain't no friend of mine. He wanna steal my shine. He want to take what's mine. He wish he had my grind, especially my beauty with the cute booty. True, a lot of these brothers is fruity, straight hooty booty. On them drugs, they don't have no love. Depressed, stressed, moody. It should be a Tubi movie. Where we grew up together amidst hard circumstances, running the streets and fighting little childish antics. Died celebrating with teddy bears, not at all romantic. Viz left on Instagram with the champagne dancing while the pipe piper is playing. My nigga. And I ain't going in listen with my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. Yeah, that's my motherfucking nigga. Just a piece.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Oh man, this right here is deep and it's profound. You know, there's a difference between jealousy and envy. There's a difference. Jealousy can be something that can be at times, it can be praiseworthy. You know, it can be a motivation. You can be jealous of somebody and it can motivate you to work just as hard to achieve something similar. But the difference between jealousy and envy is jealousy would be a person seeing you got a brand new car, right? You just brought it home, spanking new. You know, y'all got the same job, y'all work at the same department or whatever the case may be. You just got a brand new car. And your neighbor see it like, oh man, this dude been doing all that overtime. He just got him a brand new whip. Yo, I'm jealous, man. Yo, I'm gonna go do some overtime now. I'm gonna put my bid in for some overtime so I can get some extra ducats to get this car. That's jealousy. You know, it could be praiseworthy. You know, it could be negative at times, but it can be praiseworthy. But envy is you coming home with that same brand new car and your neighbor looking at you and say, I want that car. No, I don't want a car like that. I want that car. I want to have that car and I don't want you to have it. This is envy. And there's a big difference. Envy is the thing that steals the joy, that causes rifts, that can't be repaired. And I thought the highlight of this poem right there, it really highlighted on envy and the perils of envy. You know, a lot of times, you know, we see things and we see other people doing stuff, and instead of, you know, and it's rampant in our community. We see a person doing something, trying to do something positive, and it'll be somebody who looks just like them being the thorn in their side or being the rock, the obstacle in their way. You know, it's something that's bred into us. It's a PTSD from slavery. You know, the seeking to divide. Oh, you can't let him. You got to be doing better than him. You dig what I'm saying? So, I thought this poem was profound on so many different levels, man. And it has some official wordplay in it, man. Great job, King. Payne, what you thought about it?
Um, I was having some difficulty hearing some of the parts. I don't know if it was the background or what's going on, but maybe it's me, maybe it's my phone. But I was having difficulty hearing you in parts. But I did catch a lot of stuff you were saying in bunches, man. I wish that I just could have had a little more clarity. But I always appreciate your energy, and when you come through here, man, I always appreciate the vibe. So thank you, bro.
Thank you, family. Y'all Titans in the game. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna step on out the way for the next person. Peace and blessings.
Peace and love, bro. Most that. All right. All right, who we got next on the mic, Payne?
Listen, man, we gonna take intermission 10:45. We starting a little
10:45.
late.
All
Yeah,
right, we can do
yeah.
that.
All right, so next on the mic is our brother Sincere.
Let's bring Sincere on up to the stage. He's up in the stuff.
Thought I sent the invite. All right.
I was up in the stuff, gang. I'm in the box. You outside, hugging trees, drinking water. What up?
What's good? What's good, bro?
Sincere, what's good, bro?
Hey, man, I'm peaceful. I'm abundant. Thanks for having me. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Ah, man, we good, man. We're good, man. Hey,
Sincere, what's the PTR?
That is the emblem of America. So, like, when you think America, this is what you should think of. Like, this should be the image in your head.
Indeed. Indeed. Yo, Sincere, we've been playing phone tag, man. We gotta, know what I'm saying? We gotta work something out tomorrow. But what you came with, bro?
I got some new shit.
as
I went on a journey
always.
today. You know what I'm saying? I
As
went on a
all.
journey today. I had some magic mushrooms, and I came back with a piece. So
Oh,
yeah,
I was,
so
I'm hyped for this.
All right. So let's get it, man.
New shit. This is new shit.
when I thought about a thought that opened my mind to thinking, I went from micro to macro. I never thought about shrinking. My brain always growing. So I thought about thinking, and I thought, what's small to having big energy? I thought, I thought if life is just a laboratory, and this is where biology meets chemistry. You see, experience makes for the best experiments. So maybe our clothes are just lab coats. Maybe we evil genius our way to being genius. Because genius is still genius, even when they call it evil. Maybe being grounded and rooted is what led to the upheaval, the reaping and sowing of people. We are plants, planted here on a planet to be like a plantation, grounded to the earth. This is a real plant nation. Maybe that's why revolution had to be industrialized, just to create more plants. We need sunlight and water, just like plants. We need positive affirmations to grow, just like plants, being nourished by Mother Earth, grounded to the ground, just like plants. Did you know that plants have memories, that plants have DNA, so genetics have memories? And maybe that's why we have family trees, because growing is what our purpose is. No one tells a plant how to grow. They just watch and marvel at its process, finding beauty in all the time that it took to grow in the light of the sun, but fed by the waters that are controlled by the moon and given life by the breeze. Oh, that gentle breeze that allows the rest of the plants to dance. So when the wind blows, we dance. We dance in a field of dreams, because everything that we have built, others come to watch and see and marvel at the magnificence and the majesty of the marigolds in the morning. See, we are a botanical garden of biodiversity, biologically compelled to be grounded and set down roots. So when they say as above, so below, I find truth. I see proof in the structure, because plants have a structure. And maybe that's why we build structures, to remind ourselves of where we come from. We come from the soil. We come from the dirt, comprised of every mineral known to man. So if God is in nature, I think that the plants know the plan. Is that why the flower of life, because flowers are life. Your life is not minimal. You are made of minerals. Your process is more perennial. You bloom and wilt through every season. Life never dies, which is why plants come back every season. And we say come back like it went somewhere. Does energy ever disappear? I think not. I think if it ever has a spot in the air, in the rain, emotions are like climates determined by your change. Energy never dies. It is only rearranged. And maybe that's why beauty comes in an arrangement of roses. But roses have thorns to protect themselves from the outside world that only wants a rose for its beauty. So the irony isn't lost on me as to how we rose from the concrete, but we also invented the concrete. Maybe it's symbolic to the hard roads that needed to be mined, processed, and laid before you ever got a chance to walk on that hard road. Maybe it's symbolic to the hard hands that made that way by building all the buildings that still stood strong through the test of time, because just like those buildings, we are still standing strong, built brick by brick from a foundation that was made on magic. And maybe that's why every thought is magic. It's a spark from the source. Light will always shine when you create your path and your course. Thoughts are like rivers, they need time to run their course. So let me run my course. I'll run my race and you run yours. When I thought about thinking, I just let my thoughts run their course. Maybe thinking should be an Olympic sport, because thoughts like this one are golden. What have you thought about lately? Sincerely, peace.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Yom the Mongo. Yom the Mongo.
Wow. You just had me in a whole zone right now, man. The magic mushrooms took you on a trip. But this was profound, bro. This was profound. You know, the similitudes and the parallels you made with the plants, the roots, the energy. You know what I drifted to though? I've been having a lot of conversations about flat Earth. You know, whether it be at work, flat Earth, or we living on a globe, or whatever the case may be. And so much information is becoming available to me, and I'm seeing so much stuff. And I just thought, in you reciting this poem, us being, if we adopt that model of, you know, the fishbowl, the earth being unmovable and stationary, and there's a dome there, meaning that everything that has happened since the beginning of this up until now has just been, you know, recycled. You know, same water, air being recycled, you know, and us learning these lessons, living these lives over and over again. You made mention of the energy not dying, how energy has a spot, which is very profound because you know, it got me thinking, how many times we really been here? How many times we've like kept coming back? You know, different experiences or whatever the case may be. But this is a thought provoking poem, man. This is a thought
Hey,
provoking
Black, ask
poem.
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
ask yourself, how long is how long is a great year? Great year is approximately 25,000 years.
Mm,
So that's how long it would take for somebody to map out, you know, the precessional equinoxes and solstices. Uh, so we've been here for a really, really, really long time.
mm.
Really, a really, really,
Real long
really,
time.
really, 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 really long time. Like we ancient. It don't get no better.
Mm.
It
It's beautiful
don't
too,
get no better.
man.
But like when you really just go, you know, sit in the grass and you go sit in the ground, you see the clay dirt in which you come from. Like you look like everything that grows,
Mm,
right? Like you literally look like Mother Earth birthed you. Your
mm,
hair grow like roots. I mean, we got roots, we got family trees. I mean, it just all makes sense.
mm. It do. And this joint just put me on it. It's like I took some mushrooms, man. It's like I took some shrooms, and I was going on this trip because the entire time, man, you had me marveling, man. This is a profound, thought-provoking piece, man. And the pace of it was lending to that. That I need you to think. I need you to ponder what I'm saying. Great job, man. You definitely got the record for new shit, the new shit button. Your pen is always moving, man, and it's always inspiring, man. Always a pleasure to have you come up on the platform and spit a piece sincere for real. I mean that. Payne, what you thought about it?
You know, I was interested in hearing this piece the minute you told me, you know, you had just come back and, with this piece. And man, you didn't disappoint my expectation. There was so much to pick out of this poem, man. That family tree line really caused me to pause. Like, well, yo, why do we call it that? You know what I mean? And there's so much, like you were just saying, the black. There's so much about our biology, both in how it works, like you know how like trees have sap and leaves have veins, and there was just so much how our skin reacts to sun and how we react to sunlight, and it was just a lot in that poem. That poem was like a platform for a whole conversation. But man, I appreciate you, sincere, and I thank you for coming through with this.
Hey, gratitude. I appreciate being here. Thank y'all for having me. I know the vibes. Shoving is stuck. Gang. Pain, I'll tap in with you tomorrow,
Some,
bro.
yeah,
Gang.
for sure, bro.
Gotta put the gang, man. Gotta put the gang. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Your boy came up here, man, taking us all on the trip. Because I was gone right there, man. I was gone.
Yeah.
I was gone. I was like, damn, that makes sense. Yeah, I just see this video. I see this video when it was breaking down all this shit, talking about it was all true shit though. It was all true shit. And he was like parenting, pair to rent. You know what I'm saying? Renting your children, you give your children away and all. It was going into the wordplay of a lot of different things and the spelling and what signature comes from sigil and you know what I'm saying? All of these different things. I'm like, I'm sitting there with my mind blown. I'm like, God, we so deep into this shit, man. And this is another thing that I found out. The news. You know what the news is, bro?
What?
The news is an acronym, bro.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. What is it?
Bro, it's north, east, west, and south. It's the news. They broadcast the news. I was watching this video. I'm like, yo, this shit just blew my mind. I'm like, I always wonder why they call it the news. Why they call it the
Like,
news?
you don't need to ever take shrooms, bro. It'll be a difference. You'll never be the same nigga. I'll tell you that.
That's why I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. You're like, yo, Black, take the shrooms, man. Eat some of these shrooms, man. You come up with the number. Like, nigga, I might never come back.
I don't want to. Pain can't be in.
Nigga might never come back. Be like, nah, I'm cool over here, man. I would chill over here when things make sense. But that's crazy though, man. It's some crazy shit, man. News, north, east, west, and south. Wow, broadcasting. Spells. All right. It's about time for the intermission, man. You got any announcements before we go to the intermission?
Indeed. Yeah, let's go to intermission, man.
All right, we can do the intermission. No announcements?
No announcements. I know about you doing World Stage tomorrow. You can talk about that when we come back.
Yeah.
We come back from break teasers on the.
All right, yeah. We'll talk about World Stage when we come back. We'll be right back after these messages. My poetry tastes like revolution, smothered in retribution. These stanzas be a contribution to our dying to freedom. I feed them truth, organically raised, no GMO. These poems be wholesome, fortified in folklore. I sought more when I picked up this pen, akin to warriors past and present, tough like pheasant overcooked. So pardon this charred chip on my shoulder. But I'm a product made and aged in America. Can't you smell the aroma? Slow cooked in oppression, braised in discrimination, garnished with this tarnished reputation. Delectable, the meat falls off the bone, more tender than prime rib, no baby back. More like gator bait, prime since the crib, no baby back. My poetry tastes like atrocity smeared on fine china. This gas streak be sweet and savory. Since slavery, this nation savors the flavor of melanation, marinating in this brine of salty tears for 400 plus years. My poetry tastes like black mothers' instinct to instill fear in their offspring, to cower, that we may be devoured by this beast. My poetry tastes like hog maws and pig feet. They lived high off the hog while we survived off the feet. Broken but not defeated. You gon' eat your cornbread? My poetry tastes like chopped cheese seared on concrete skillets. You feel it more, seasoned with the same stuff as my ancestors on the bottom of that Atlantic floor. What the fuck are we here for? I guess fine dining, and maybe in due time and we can taste the soup. But these entrees you pay before you dine, though the struggle you get for free. And every time we taste the wine, it's dry, never sweet. My poetry tastes like Moscato to the souls of griots who turn prose into progress, who invest time in every line to inspire. No superficial achievements, who stand steadfast on that path to freedom. I feed them with this diction. This cuisine be exquisite, deliberate. Every couplet constructed is designed to break this yoke. Fuck hope, we need results. So these stanzas stand on that premise. So when I'm finished, I leave your hunger sated. And this poem initiates the spark to demand more. And reparations is only the first step to even in the score. The door to redemption is hanging off the hinges. So address these issues, because my poetry is starting to taste like revenge. I'll let you figure that out.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
But I stay clouded. I exist in the midst of the mist I twist. Consumed by fumes, not for sedation, the concentration to inspire higher meditation. I put my belief in the leaf, enhance my scenery with greenery, my passion in the puff puff, passing, eyes low, I'm high though. Want the smoke wherever I go. Rap, chalice of pipe, just give me the light. No matter the strand, I'm a fan. If they eyes red, that's contact from my last pack. Am I smoking now? Who'd ask that? Am I high? Do plumbers sport ass cracks? I'm rolling up riots. They told quiet. Always got a doobie. I stay smacked like white broads in old movies. Ladies, if you don't blow, I can't fucks with you. You gotta love the bud like Rudy Huxtable. Smoke weed of all flavors. Yes, I keep my roaches like Hispanic neighbors. Stay green. They call me Bill Bixby. Weed, I keep it true blue. I be rolling like 60s. Fuck a nug, I burn a tree. Paper, ooh baby, I like it raw. Like ODB, I can tote a bag. Watch me with a zip. Shorty want a shotgun, cause I ain't handed a clip. I gotta chill. I smoke to the face like your uncle at the grill. These kids try to front. They roll a spliff a foot long, but put too much toe in the blood. That was in it.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Oh man. That's a 420 poem right there, bro. Then we can market that.
I wrote that on 420. I wrote that on 420.
Wrote that on 420. All right, yeah, we can market that on 420. You know, we doing shows on 420. We can definitely we can market that one right there, man.
Only New Yorkers caught that. Only New Yorkers caught that. They roll a blunt or they roll a spliff a foot long, but put too much toe in the blunt.
Yeah, too much toe in the blunt.
Yeah,
you know
New
those.
York. That's New York.
That's New York. They don't smoke toe everywhere. They don't got toe.
Right, facts.
They don't even know what toe is. Some people don't even know what toe is.
Facts. And that bar, you know what I'm saying? That was the NY stealth bomb bar. Yeah. Only New York got that.
Oh man, classic shit, man. All right, man. The mic.
I gotta do something when you come with the tracks and the R&B. You got all the production, the 5-part harmony. I gotta do something. You feel me?
You too will be just like this in a few. Sometimes it'd be you know, like you don't want to spit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't feeling like spit, but you gotta keep it going. Sometimes it's good to have something in the what you call it. You can just pull up and just yeah, this satisfies that, and let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
good.
putting toe in your blunt while that play.
Exactly. a lot of activities be going on behind the scenes during the intermission, man. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
man,
It be a lot of
intermission. People
scrambling.
don't know. I know some people be like, "Come on, what they need intermission for?" Cause can
It's
I
a
get a
lot
moment
of
of silence
shit.
for this small chronic break? Nah, I'm just playing. All right, let's get to it, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. Iron Sharpeth Iron. Yeah, listen, make sure y'all go check out the podcast. We got a few podcasts out there. Iron Sharpeth Iron is out there. Spoken Soul Sessions is out there, and the
The
work is out
work.
there. And Black just dropped the first episode of Sticky.
Sticky's
So
official.
listen, man, we throw enough shit at the wall. Something gotta stick. You feel me? You don't gotta
Facts.
like all the podcasts, but you gotta like one of them. Damn.
You just gonna hate on all of them. Ain't nothing that
Y'all
fits
don't
your
like none of the
fancy.
shit we do.
None
Damn.
of the shit we do fits your fancy.
It's
Like
all
so.
whack. Everything trash.
Like
Everything
God
trash.
damn. Like God.
Damn. Something gotta be good by mistake.
But yeah, man, yo, we about to drop that brand new the brand new podcast we about to launch. It will be launching in a few weeks. R&B through Z. R&B through Z will be launching. That'll be the next podcast to launch. And that's what we do, man. We trying to get out
Yeah.
there, trying to put poetry on the map, some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? And doing the things we love to do, man. And definitely we can use you guys' help. So you know what I'm saying? If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got that Grand Griot promo up there. If you haven't seen that Grand Griot promo
We
video,
about to start putting content up there. We got a couple of more podcasts in the back burner. And don't forget, you cannot forget about how many nights.
how many mics is coming? We're coming home. That's the song I've been playing. Song I've been singing
Shout
for a
out to
long
Without
time.
Water Radio.
Without
Shout
Water
out to Without
Radio.
Water
Shout
Radio.
out.
But how many mics might be taking their talent, will be taking their talent to South Beach.
Come
Look at
on
that.
home. Yeah. So we
Look
got
at that.
who we got next
Let's
to the
bring
mic? Oh
Khadijah.
no.
We
Before we
got
break
Khadijah.
Khadijah, I gotta say this
Yeah,
before she get up
because she
there.
can wait. She can wait.
No. I
She
gotta
can
say
wait.
before we get up there, we will be doing the world stage tomorrow. So y'all come over and check us at the world stage. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get, you know what I'm saying, assaulted. Like, yo, you didn't plug the world stage. You know what I'm saying? She may be little, but she's fierce. All right, let's bring her on up to the stage.
Better listen. The boss, the boss get at you, man. She be like, Black, listen. Be on timeout.
Let's bring Khadijah on up to the stage.
Though she be but little, she is fierce. Y'all know that song, okay?
What it do? What's going on?
Peace, fam. How y'all doing?
Oh man, I'm good. How you doing?
Could you hear me over the applause? I know you said you couldn't hear when you got the applause going. Did you hear what I said?
What would you say? I ain't hear you.
Though she be but little, she is fierce.
Oh,
You ever
though
heard
she
that
be
one?
little, she is fierce. Yes, I heard it. She just wanted
That's one of
to
my favorites.
iterate it and reiterate it back because yeah, she know it's true. Little but fierce. Dress up
What's going
everybody,
on?
get everybody get in uniform. You know how she do. She get over there.
Oh no.
So what we got popping at the world stage tomorrow? Let the people know.
Oh, tomorrow. So remember when Mr. 668 brought up a statement at the last town hall? And it sparked a few differences of
Oh,
opinion.
yeah, I've been waiting on this one.
What's
I've
the
been
topic,
waiting.
Black?
The topic is poetry a black thing? Is it a black thing? Isn't that the topic?
Yes, sir.
I can't
That's the
wait.
topic.
It's gonna be crazy. We doing our town hall tomorrow. Is poetry a black thing? We'll get into the ins and outs of that, because a lot of these spaces, that we come to, they're black run spaces, or they're predominantly engaged with a black audience. So it makes it, you know what I'm saying, begs for the question, is spoken word a black thing? Is poetry a black thing? You know how we doing it nowadays. Is it a black thing? We're gonna talk about it though. We'll bring that topic up for discussion, and yeah, we're gonna delve into that tomorrow. Can't wait. But what you got for the people?
One more thing. Janet Jackson was on the list and she was number 17 on that Billboard list, gang.
17.
Okay, I got no
17.
all right. All right, Billboard, you did something right. You did something right. All right, no, I don't got no beef. I don't got no beef with that, okay? As I was walking by, saw you standing there with a smile.
We know you're a big Janet fan. We know you're a big
If
Janet
you know
fan.
Beyonce, without let me let y'all know something. Same thing we said about Bobby Brown being the blueprint for Genuine and
Mm-hmm.
Cisco and Chris Brown and all. Janet Jackson is the blueprint for Sierra, Beyonce. All of them bow
No
down to
lies.
Janet Jackson. We are all part of a Rhythm Nation.
Rhythm
Five, four,
Nation.
three, two, one.
You know what I'm saying? Janet was doing the you know what I'm saying? The
Come on,
quick
nobody was
moves.
dancing with 65 people before Janet and Mike. They were the first
Straight
people who
up.
had 90 people with them doing thatography, man. Nobody was doing that before that.
I don't know why that Rhythm Nation joint just brought up this joke. I forgot who said it. It said Mike came to court looking like Captain Crunch. I don't know why that just came up in my head, man. Yeah, that Rhythm Nation, the outfit and everything. That was an era right there, man. Janet had a
Even getting over with minimal vocals like Rihanna, Janet started that.
yeah, Janet was the original get over like a fat rat. I said it was Monica, but nah. Janet, you know what I'm saying? Janet got over, man. But she got over on, she
Minimal
compensated
vocals.
very minimal. Very
Minimum.
very minimum vocals.
So now it's Janet.
Yeah. Janet,
Oh,
Janet,
okay.
Janet,
No,
Janet,
Khadijah,
Janet,
come
Janet did
on.
get over. She
Janet
got
Jackson
over.
can only sing Janet Jackson songs. You ain't never heard Janet Jackson try to cover nothing. She can
Yeah.
only sing Janet Jackson songs.
Facts. Did Janet Jackson ever do a cover? Like I'm thinking,
No, she can't cover nothing.
never.
She only
She can
sings Janet
say
songs.
songs that was made for Janet. Heard from a friend today. You know the words. She said you was in town. And you
All
don't
right.
understand nothing else.
Oh man.
Are y'all ready
Let's
for me?
take our time. Okay,
Yes.
sorry, all right.
All right, here we go. Let's get back to bit. Listen, man, we in the dojo. We ain't at the world stage right now. We at the dojo. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh yeah, you let the boss over
You the
here.
boss over here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
muting
saying?
my mic.
Pipe
Word, I
down,
forgot.
pipe down. You
For
know
a
what I'm
second,
saying?
y'all was going for it, though. That's the funny part.
We had to come to our senses. We in the dojo, bro. No, you the sensei over here, man. You
So I forgot how the
senseis.
world stage flies back. I ain't say no curses and nothing. I was just like, oh,
Oh man. All right. So we ready for you now. You're in the dojo. What have you brought to the table?
All right. So, in honor of setting the date this week, I'm going to do this particular piece. Y'all know what date I'm talking about, by the way?
I would think you're talking about your birthday. That's what you're
No.
talking about?
I mean, K Day is coming up, but that's not what I'm talking
K
about.
Day. Whoa. You got a whole
You already know this, don't you?
K
You know.
Day. All
You know
right.
what it is.
Well,
You know what it
what day you talking about?
is. Okay, I'm going to just do this piece. It'll all make sense in a second, okay?
All right. Let's go.
All right.
Stage is yours.
Yes, Kimbrella K Day, girl. All right, here we go. Let me get into the mode of things. Crack is whack. Yeah, you heard me. I didn't stutter. I said crack is whack. Breaking Bad stuck in the maze of a chemical labyrinth. Told mama at a young age I wanted my hair to lay straight, like all the other girls my age. Somehow I made kinky the arch enemy, and creamy was the epitome of all things straight and acceptable. The scratch of matchsticks scorched my scalp, treated my scabs with aloe vera gel. The chemical burns eventually healed, but the way I was burned, 'cause I wandered right into the gaping mouth of hell. That month of August, I found myself in an entanglement. God as my witness, I hated the process as white was applied to my black strands. Somehow the process, although overly processed, just seemed to make sense. But then again, white has a tendency to push its sentiment on me that my hair is rebellion because it's not wavy. You are a risk to me. This set off the catalyst in the pursuit of my own happiness. Through my ancestry, I could trace back my roots. The very essence of me is rooted in so much illustrious history, and my natural hair is my glory, my crowning jewel. Last time I checked, this is chess, not checkers. Checkmate. Queen me. At age 16, I freed my hair and found my sovereignty. Never looked back to that nasty, creamy crack, because crack is whack. Crack is cheap. My crown is too regal to do crack. You see, I am otherworldly. My hair naturally defies gravity. I'm definitely not your average, nor your ordinary, but the world doesn't see my hair as value, and my natural curl texture is somehow a hazard, but you are a risk to me. In the grand scheme of things on a daily, I'm boldly devalued, emphasizing their rhetoric through italics. Listen, I'm gonna need you to relax. Because your relaxers no longer interest me. And what's really interesting, through this hair journey, there's this unique dichotomy. Y'all see my PTR? This regal on my skin is divinity. Yes, I have a head of beautiful, healthy, natural hair under here. For some reason, people seem to fear the unknown because I don't comply to your societal norms. Yes, that question has been asked. Do you have hair? Because you can't physically see my hair. Me, as a Muslim woman, beautifully adorned under a veil, being covered somehow affects you. It's revolting. Protecting my energy is self-preservation, not self-indulgence. I use my difference to make a difference. You see, what makes me different is what makes me me. And why is my hair such a topic of conversation? In the freest country in the nation, Black women are held hostage as we stare into the evil eye of discrimination. And yes, natural hair discrimination is a form of racism. It's running rampant in corporate America and innumerable workplaces. Transition does not start with a hairstyle, it starts with our mindset. They call it nappy because they don't understand it. So, let's play a game of truth or dare. I dare you to remove the kinks from your mind, not our hair. Our hairstyles are a unique way to embrace our identity, from our cornrows to our bantu knots, our afro styles, and our goddess locks. Yes, each style holds a symbolic means of expression. Natural hair is not a fad, it's a revolution. In conclusion, close your books. It's time for a pop quiz. The first and only question is, why do you consider our natural hair unprofessional and unruly? Because truly, your perception of me was never my responsibility. And it's become clear to me that you, not my hair, you are a risk to me. K Diva.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Dom the Mongo, Dom the Mongo.
Now I get it. The Natural Hair Summit is coming back around. This is going to be the 4th annual. Am I correct? This is going to be the fourth
Yes. Right.
annual Natural Hair Summit. This poem right here, definitely, man. This is one of your greater works. One of the works that it has so much meaning, it has so much depth, because it comes from a real place. Black people have always been, discriminated or prejudiced for our hair in the workplace, whether it be stereotyping us, having these stereotypes that we're somehow criminal or whatever it is because of our hair, or we're less attractive because of our hair. And I think this poem is just paramount, to awareness of, us normalizing, that we are beautiful the way we are, that we don't really have to conform. We don't have to, it was a time, where they marketed certain that the perm and the conkalina, they said to advertise it, your hair's nappy, conkalina would make it happy, you know? Being presentable, the straight look, having that, the white look. That's what it really was. But in this day and age, man, it's so refreshing to see that so many of us are coming to terms with our own beauty and recognizing that we don't have to conform. We don't have to put these products that's killing us, that's causing cancer, that's really, a real detriment, a real risk to our health, our personal health, mental health, and physical health. Is a big thing, man. Is a big thing. And I think that this poem in particular is so pertinent and so relevant to the everyday fight that we're fighting, to be recognized, to be in our own skin and just feel comfortable, not trying to conform. But this is a powerful poem, Khadijah. This is a very powerful poem. Definitely one of my favorite poems in your repertoire, because it holds so much weight every time I hear it. And it sounds like you got a, it sounds like you was spitting it off the dome. It don't sound like you was reading it. You know what I'm saying? I do know you got this to memory, but it sounds because you was bringing all of the passion with it, and I really felt it. Payne, what you thought about it?
Um, you know, white supremacy's always had an interesting relationship with black people in their hair because on the one hand, they tried to convince black people that it was unsightly, but in many court cases they tried to mimic it. Um, and in the process of planting these seeds of it being socially unacceptable, they also capitalized off of it. And I always try to tell people, to do the background on some of these companies, some of these hair companies put Kente Cloth logo and all of this African pride, and all a lot of these companies are owned by people that don't look like you or have your type of hair. I thought that this piece was just a revolutionary take on black hair. I know very much the history and the hatred that white supremacy has pretty much been vocal about when it came to black hair, to the point where, like I said, they started having sisters wear headscarves because they were convincing them that their hair was unsightly, and even with brothers conking their hair, and a lot of this had to do with them trying to make themselves socially acceptable to get jobs, because white people wanted them to not, wear their textured hair. But with that said, I thought this was a good poem, Khadijah. And if what Black is saying is true, you definitely delivered it with passion and conviction. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes, I do have this one to memory. Yep. Thank y'all.
Yeah, I could definitely tell the difference. I can tell the difference. Yeah, great poem, man. Great poem. And y'all get ready for that fourth annual Natural Hair Summit. If you was at the first one, I think I was a part of second and the third. I wasn't there for the first one. The first one was dope. You know what I'm saying? That joint was official. That's what set it all off. That's what set off the actual legacy of this annual event. And last year I can say, you know what I'm saying, I was the DJ for last year. I was one of the hosts, and I hosted the panel discussion. Great panel discussion, man. We got into some deep issues and things of that nature. And the whole event in itself, man, was just a great time from beginning to end. You know, so many different dope presenters came through. We got a lot of information about natural hair, black health, black hair care. It was just amazing, man. It was an amazing event, man. And I can't wait for it to happen again this year. So what's the date for this year, Khadijah?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the date, but first I have to say, so the first, well, you wasn't there for the first one. This is before your time, but the second one and the third one, you were definitely there, and this one, are you performing this time or what? I think
I don't
that's what
know,
you said,
man. I
right?
don't know. Maybe get me out there to perform this time, man.
Yeah.
Touch the
Well,
mic, because I
for
didn't
the
touch the
second
mic.
and the third one.
Yeah, I didn't touch the mic the second or the third one. I might touch the mic this time. So y'all
Yeah, we're
stay
gonna
tuned.
shine a light on you this time, King. So that's what it
Okay.
is.
All right.
That's what it is. But it's Saturday, October 4th. We got a long way. Listen, Grand Griots before this, so we're not really talking about this yet. But I just wanted to do that piece. But yeah, that's the date, October 4th. So we'll be saving a date. We'll be talking about it as it comes close or whatever. Y'all, Grand Griot. I'm out.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And the Grand Griot, speaking about the Grand Griot, if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. Tickets will sell out. Tickets will sell out, especially if you want them VIP tickets, because most of the VIP tickets are sold already. So if you plan on getting a VIP ticket, get one, because they definitely, most of them are sold out already.
I want to say also the line is the queue is closed. Send this to the last person in the queue. So
All right. So
that's that.
so who we got? Who we got next on the mic?
Next on the mic is Geronimo Tat.
It's the griot. Let's bring him on up to the stage. Let's go. What
What's
it
good,
do?
bro?
What it do,
You're
Geronimo?
what up? What up? How
Ah,
y'all
man.
feeling?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling,
We
man.
good. We good,
What's good
man.
with you,
Grand
man?
Griot
I know
season.
you getting ready, man. I know you in your dojo, man, doing the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Getting the
Yeah,
shadow boxing in and all
that's
that, man.
it. Arms are heavy, mom spaghetti.
Mom
You
spaghetti.
already
Arms are
know.
heavy, mom.
Coming
You
to
already know.
BK, bro. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. Trying to focus up, Trying to focus up. Get ready for it.
That's right, man. That's right. You know, yeah, man, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Finally get a chance to meet you in person. That's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope, man. All the people that's coming to the Grand Griot is gonna be fire, man. We gonna flick it up too. But what you got for the
Agreed, man.
people, man?
Man, that's what I'm excited about. Real quick, that's what I'm excited about for real. The most is all the people I'm gonna get to see. I'm gonna finally get to see Pain and Black in person. Meet Russ, Candy Baby.
Word. It's gonna be crazy, man.
See
That's
my
gonna be a
IG story.
photo op.
Man, what? It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. You
Facts.
know,
Facts. But yeah, bro. What you got, man? What you about? You about to blaze the stage with something, man. What you got?
I'm gonna do something it's a little different. Um, it's old shit revisited. So
Mm.
I don't know if I even performed this here, but I don't even want the new shit button because I might have.
All right. So
Yeah,
this a revisited joint. Let's get it.
yeah, sure. Hey, I know it's been a while since I came to see you. Watching the world grieve you, and the veil that has been covering my life has became see through, and I still can't believe you gone. Since 2013, it's been so long, but I love you not just because you gave me a home, but because you gave me the skills and fatherhood and husbandry guidance, and even the love required to write this poem. My life's been good, but not everything's been great. It's hard to focus with so many things on my plate. Concussions from banging my head against walls and hands against rocks make me enemy of the state. The prodigal child became the bad son, but I'm not allowed to be a bad boy unless I play one. And where I'm from, good and bad ain't as much of an option as people think it is. Where selling drugs is a part of survival, where joining a gang is part of survival, because you either get down or lay down, and your next door neighbor could be your rival. There's only 6 degrees of separation. I got hitched in my pursuit of happiness, but my ups and downs didn't stop because of some fame or lavishness. And some days I know I shouldn't have took that knee like Kaepernick. But you be so proud of your great niece and nephews. They're so smart and talented, so special. My marriage may be rocky, but I ain't let that stop me from encouraging them to be the best you. You, your son, my cousin was right. I was still running. But now I know that freedom is on the other side of fear, so I confront it. Hell, I come from it, but the public still quick to make their assumptions like it's nothing. Attack my masculinity, accusations of my sexuality, all types of stories with no validity. I can't fight back. Not really. It'd be silly to expect the world to give grace to a black man from Philly. They just want their 7 pounds of flesh. So I keep my head down and do my best. And yes, I'm still waiting on those Sunday phone calls. I'm by the phone every week. Like heaven had a direct line for us to speak. You was like a father to me. Didn't give me everything I wanted, but you gave me everything I need. You remember that scene? The one where you said, now that's how you act. That was everything to me. I used to act so silly and you used to act so mean. But see, this is the thing. It took me a while to realize I was a prince only because you was a king. You gave me the guidance for me to handle everything I deal with. But enough of my bullshit. Just know I still got Lucille, your pool stick. I gotta go. But I just gotta say this real quick. I love you and I'll never forget you. Rest well, Uncle Phil. Your forever grateful nephew, the Fresh Prince, Will Smith. And that's that piece.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Talking about misdirection. Talking about misdirection. When you said Lucille, when you said I still got Lucille, it was solidified for me. Cause this was misdirection. Cause I was sitting here listening to this and I'm reflecting. I just had a death in the family. My uncle that's really close to me, his daughter just passed. And I'm listening to this poem and I'm like, wow. I was playing all of the I Miss Yous and that type of music during the intermission, because I was in that vibe already and I'm feeling this. But then as the poem going on, I'm like, hold on, man. I'm familiar with some of these little, what you call it? When you said that line about Lucille, I said, oh yeah, this was dope misdirection all the way till the end. If a person didn't know what you was talking about before you revealed it, you did a great job misdirecting it and bringing us along, and yeah, this was dope, man. This was dope. This was fire, Geronimo. Payne, what you thought about it?
That was Tarantino poetry right there, man. That was masterclass storytelling. You really mind fuck, and like Black said, man, the people that it was like a stealth bomb because everybody's not in on the joke. It was kind of like the toe line I used earlier. Everybody ain't in on it, but if you are, you're like, yo, this dude is masterful. That was dope, man. That was fucking dope.
I appreciate it. I felt like, man, he ain't gonna speak for himself. Let me speak for him a little bit.
Mm.
And honor somebody that was important to us, like just like, you know, Dr. Huxtable
Huxtable,
and
the
Uncle
Cosby
Phil, you
Show.
know, those,
That's right.
yeah,
That's
you
right.
know, it's a little uncomfortable to say Cosby, so I wanted to stick to the character. But yeah, you know, they important characters in our upbringing. You know, regardless, we learned some morals and some values, and
Mm-hmm.
that don't mean that we was perfect at them, but they was in our repertoire.
Indeed.
And even if we wasn't perfect at them, it allowed us to have something to instill in our children. You know what I mean? It's in
Facts.
us.
Facts. I appreciate that though. I really do. Because growing up in our childhood, growing up, say what you want about Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? But that image of seeing somebody who looked like us, a family that wasn't struggling, that had class, had, what I'm saying, that was keen on education and things of that nature. It was a beautiful thing for us to see. Growing up, we had something to compare and contrast to from what we saw out in the streets. We saw the dope boy, we saw the drug dealers and all that outside, but at least on our television scene, or our television screen, we had the opportunity to see something contrast to what we were seeing every day, you know?
Right.
So we gotta give props for that. The United Negro Fund. How many people went to college on that fund? Black people went to college to go on to have great careers. So we got to give props where props is due. But I appreciate that poem right there because Fresh Prince, that was another show that was really embedded into our culture. We grew up with those characters. Just the way we grew up with Martin and those different sitcoms that was instrumental in pop and hip hop culture, and us bringing us up. We had something to see, something to look at. But the Fresh Prince had a lot of episodes that was relevant to our everyday, happenings. Especially that joint we had with his pops. That was a really emotional scene when he said why his father didn't want him, why he don't want me. You know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, that's the scene. That's the scene where he said to Will Smith, he was like, "Now that's how you act." While
mm,
he was hugging him and embracing, he was crying. He whispered in his ear, "Now that's how you act."
mm,
So that's why I used that line in the piece.
mm. That's dope,
Yeah,
man. That's dope. But yeah, man, that was a dope piece, Geronimo. That was
I
very
appreciate
clever
you,
and witty, man. Definitely dug that. For real.
fellas. Thank you.
Most definite, man. See you at the Grio. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, who we got next, Payne?
Well, I skipped somebody.
What else is new? Who you skip? Who you happen to
I
skip?
skipped our bro- I skipped our brother Divine Inspiration.
Oh man, come on, man. Let's rectify that real quick. Let's bring Divine up next, and then we can proceed the queue as you see fit. So let's give it up for our brother Divine Inspiration. What's going on, brother?
Things, things was good, was good. And Geronimo just destroyed all of the mics. So I don't even know how y'all can hear me right now. That piece right there,
Mm,
man. But I appreciate that piece because if you notice, all of the role models that look like us have been
mm-hmm.
systematically discredited so that there really are no more that look like us that we can look towards.
That's facts.
Every last one they're trying to destroy. That's how they're trying to keep us. That's part of that division dating back to the slave days. But anywho, what's good, Kings?
I'm good. I'm good, man. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm breathing. Everyday vertical is a good day.
That's right. That's right. What you gonna spit for us this evening, man?
I done changed my piece about 7 times. But I'm gonna stop because I got tired of looking for something. And this is a new piece actually, and it's
Oh,
done for now, but
oh,
it's not finished.
new? Okay. So you got to get the button. Let's go.
New shit.
Oh shit!
This is new shit.
What once was. It's ironic how meanings and unchangeable beliefs get changed. How the current or politically correct, proper, and humane things are no longer the same. What once was is no longer, just another facet of Satan's game. Yesterday is gone, today is on its way out, and tomorrow never comes. It never arrives. And I guess that sums up the longevity of America's principles, morals, and pride, and what lies both beneath and up front of this nation's so called benevolent projections. If viewed honestly, we'd see nothing but rejection, going way back to her murderous inception. So, this current phase of domination should come as no surprise. Every day, we watch control of America being usurped, sold, and bought right before our complacent eyes. This dictator, posing as a president, posing as a man, has corrupted and or brought the very conscience of this land. Constitution, Bill of Rights, or anything that forged this nation has been abused, spit upon by Trump, and this entire nation and the ideals we were preached are being chiseled, stripped away, and our own Supreme Court is a part of this nation's demise. The love of party supersedes right and wrong, fair and just. Satan, his demons, and defeated ideologies are destroying each and every one of us. We, the people, have been erased. The courts and this dictator now speak for us. Democracy in this nation is dead now that the Antichrist's forerunner is our head, and there really seems to be nothing we can do except the future we dread for the people. Does not include those of us who cannot claim the title of billionaire. It would be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. So it's obvious that for the people are the people aligned with the prince of the air and his minion, like Trump, who care less about we the people than he cares for his jacked up, glued on hair. And if it weren't so painful, so disappointing, what once was a nation by the people, today's rendition would almost be funny. The only thing that is by the people is how the 1% got their money. Me, the people, for my people, by me and me alone, divorced this nation on the grounds of adultery. In the old days, I would publicly denounce her and have her betraying behind stoned. So, feeling helpless, angry, concerned, or drained for what once was a passionate, patriotic love affair with this nation has been forced to merely pray for its roller coaster ride to damnation. Pride has died. Justice is merely along for the ride. And without being a billionaire, from the eruption of corruption, there is no place to hide. Because the taint and fetid cesspool of infection from sin has saturated America from the inside. What once was America as an ideal, as a flawed, yet quasi ethical hope for right from wrong is no more. History will rewrite her song. And when America's story is truthfully told, you'll see her greatness, if it ever existed, didn't last for very long. Poem.
Thought-provoking piece, divine. Thought-provoking piece. Really, that begs to ask the question, when was this greatness ever here? At what point in time was it ever great?
That part.
In this nation, you know what I'm saying? Because we know all of these politicians since the beginning, since at least all the time that I can remember, politicians has always been politicians. They promise you some shit and they don't deliver. They promise us some more shit and don't deliver. It's a cycle that goes on, over and over again. But at no given time, I think at maybe during the Kennedy assassination, where you had a president that was off kilter, off grid, doing their own thing, going against the status quo. So, it's always been smoke and mirrors, man. But this was a thought provoking piece, that brings awareness for the people to like wake up. Everything ain't what it seems, they tell us one thing, they put things on the TV screen, but it's something totally different behind the scenes. We gotta really look between the lies and the misdirections and all of the bullshit. Because I notice in this country, they can make an enemy whenever they want. I'm talking about public enemy. If you remember back in, the 80s, the early 80s, it was everything against Moscow, the USSR, Russia, the Soviet Union. That was the enemy. America's threat against communism. And it was all over the place. If you really look, you see how history repeats itself. All over the news, the communists is this, Gorbachev did this, and all this happened. It was all about the Soviets. And then as time, went on, they found the new face of terror. It was the kamikaze Muslim, the dude that was gonna jump out the helicopter and kill itself or kill a whole building of people with a strap-on bomb. This was a new threat. And they put this throughout the cinema. You remember Rocky when he went against the Russian? You remember that Rocky. It was the good America against the Soviet. You know what I'm saying?
Dolph Lundgren.
That's right. Then you remember, you go on up, you remember the Steven Seagals and the kamikaze Muslim, the Bruce Willises, and all these people going against the new face of terror. And it wasn't because of, just happenstance. They wanted something, So this country has been very active in manipulating the populace to think what they want them to think. That's why whenever they say something, you gotta, You got to sit down and you got to really put some thought into it. Why they want me to think this all of a sudden? All of a sudden, now they want me to think this. Before they didn't want me to think this. They never mentioned this. But now all of a sudden they want me to think this. Sometimes you got to sit and you got to wonder why. You know, but this was a dope poem and it brought awareness to that, my brother. Great job. Payne, what you thought about
Appreciate that, King.
I'm on this show too.
it?
I'm on this show too.
Of course you on the show, brother. Of
All
course
right,
you
Devon, I'm looking forward to hearing your poem, man. Let's go. Oh, you spit it
Say that.
already? Damn. Oh, I thought that was
uh,
last episode. Thought that was
hold
last
up.
week.
Wait a minute.
Thought you
he
spit it.
got
Thought you spit it
he
last
got
week.
he got
No, I was
jokes.
joking.
He got jokes.
Listen.
No,
uh,
you ain't got to try to show off,
no,
Pain.
you. Listen, man. This was like a love letter to America, like a breakup letter, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I fuck with you, but I don't fuck with you, man. And I was feeling that. You said, man, it was one party. I can't remember. Man, I had it to me. Oh, America's greatness. If it ever existed, it didn't last for very long. That echoed in my head, man, because when they talk about America great again, they're not talking about us because we don't have this. When America was great, certain people weren't here. You know what I mean? Well, and the part that made me feel like a break. You said what once was patriotic love. Um, I can't remember the rest of the line, brother, but I felt the sincerity. Yeah, go ahead, bro. If you could find that part. Oh, I thought that was you. Yeah, but yeah, I appreciated the sincerity and the peace of mine, man. Guys, you got the line? You pulled it up?
Yes, sir.
See, I
I
need a
sure
paper.
did.
See, there's no problem
This,
because you using
this is
paper.
on
I need a
paper.
paper.
This is on
Yeah, that's
paper.
I feel
So
you, brother. Go ahead, dude. Yeah, that.
it says, so feeling helpless, angry, concerned, or drained for what once was a passionate, patriotic love affair with this nation has been forced to merely praying for its roller coaster ride to damnation.
I appreciate you, Divine man. I appreciate you coming through here, man. That piece, it really, 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 it really just was a lot of food for thought. And you just plainly said what a lot of us be feeling about this country, man. So I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kings. I appreciate the platform. I just said I need some poetry tonight. And I got here on time. Look at that. Look at God. So I appreciate it. I
Appreciate you,
appreciate the
man.
platform. And I loved everything I heard tonight, man. This place is on fire tonight. And with that, I'm gonna sit back and give the mic back to you, Kings.
Most
One love.
definitely,
God bless
King.
you all.
Most love, one love, King. Yeah, 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 Pay. I hear you with the jokes, man. I was, you know what I'm saying, deep diving into the piece, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Do your thing. You know what I mean? It's all good. I don't get paid by the hour. All right. Next.
You get salary, nigga. So we here
Yeah, right.
for 4 hours or
Right.
14, nigga. You get paid the same shit.
Speaking of getting paid, did you pay the mic insurance?
You know I did. I do that just in case. Just in case for this certain situation right here. Let's bring that queen on up to the stage. Kimbrella, let's go.
Peace, peace. What's up, my brothers? How y'all doing?
Peace, queen. Peace. How you
We
doing?
good, Kimbrella. We good.
Feeling
Good,
real
good.
good.
Sometimes you be playing superstar. Sometimes you be playing superstar. I see you down there. I don't call you out. I don't call you out because you know I'm scared of you. But I be seeing you down.
Don't do me like that. Listen, why I can't just be a fan? Why I can't fangirl
Yeah,
sometimes?
you
Like,
know what I'm saying? Let her chill. You know what I'm saying? Be
you
down there
know,
and
he called
chill.
me out. Can't even appreciate the art no more. You see?
Soon as we
Dang.
see you, get on the mic. That's what I'm thinking about, really. That's what I'm thinking about getting that anonymous thing, man. So I could just come in the rooms and be anonymous and just listen to poetry and just chill, man. 'Cause he's like, oh, Black go spit. Come on up on the mic. I'll be like, ah, man, I just came to chill. Well,
Yeah.
what you got with
They
the,
made that for people. They made that for people like Whip. See what I'm saying? Just like they
you
made that
know?
for him.
Listen, there's certain people that be down there, and I'll be like, I'm glad you're here. And then there's certain people be down there, and I'll be like, yo, you ain't gonna get on the mic? So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the same reaction. There's some people, I don't mind them being fans.
Hey, listen, I appreciate the love though. Real talk, I do. But I'm ready when y'all are.
All right, what you got for the people this evening, Kimbrella?
All right. It is a new piece. I wrote it during Poetry Month. I never spit it here, so I never spit it all. It's the first time, so it is a new piece.
So this what you get for that. Let's go.
New shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
This is new shit.
A poet's pen punches paper with untrained, untamed thought in the biggest rings and matches of their lives. Each swing painting pictures that deliver messages with levels of strength and depth of the minds that will connect. And I will confess, it's getting harder, lower, colder, and darker. Like grave digs, preparing burial sites for simple life. So many examples of how to die, but can someone show us how to live? Because these scenes of the seen are introducing distractions for the unseen. Newspaper, radio, podcast, camera phones, www. Fill in your favorite website here. Got a dance or two and a witch's brew of pointless views? Apply here. Now zoom in. Because the click ain't the bait. It's our lives, real lives that are at stake. And it's keeping me awake, mind spinning, challenging my faith to an arm wrestling match that makes my eyes too heavy to lift and people too wicked to trust or forgive. Can someone please show us how to live? Because the pole of the opposite is dropping us at alarming rates, and the girth of uncertainty certain ain't a gray sweatpants flex, because its phallus is erected with tariffs and inflation, and these bills and notes ain't wet or patient. So we're pacing physical and mental floors, and the wear and tear will file claims for the same repairs that have been staring us in the face for decades, centuries. Can someone show us how to live? Because the enemy is giving free lessons on how to return to the essence before your appointed time. And we get right back to work the next morning before our morning tears dry, emotionally constipated, desensitized, tied to a crop of debts. So becoming free seems elusive, stuck in an offbeat rhythm like meat between teeth with no toothpick. Someone show us how to live. Because something's got to give. When egos take over people with no palpable rhyme or reason, all this internal bleeding got my pen leaking and speaking for the pain within my pain, because there's too many to name under the blanket of sun, moon, and stars, with no snaps, applause, fame, or bars, just the verbal guards and spiritual healing for these scars. Bench pressing too much weight without the spar, tension thicker than a video vixen, and it's sickening. Those plugged into the buzz mistake silence for distance, because they don't see the shifting, just the shining and the whispering that rip the lining off the sanity off Jack Nicholson. Reverse red rum caught on camera, yet still the verdict be innocent. What kind of world are we living in? The threads of humanity unraveling. These political mascots got us under the umbrella of embarrassments. Morality is shattering, with stares so cold I can still hear teeth chattering. Barreled fire unthaws frozen steps, screaming words of action to the stagnant, putting 3D vision to your lenses on these familiar faces in those caskets. Someone show us how to live. When they're erasing and defacing all the victory and history of those who resemble my face. Someone show us how to breathe when there's a tight squeeze of fuckery around your lungs and the pressure of survival around your chest, known as stress. Somebody show us a solution. When the cycle of debt and food pollution got us all seasick, nauseating cost of living, trimming our lives down to microchips. The stir of echo bellows got a acapella to cease beats with record scratching reactions and ad libs without the remaster. Someone tell us how to embrace love and laughter and still see the beauty of life's lyrics within these hell-bound disasters. Peace.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Yonder Monko,
The sweep up. The sweep up. That's the sweep up sound. If y'all don't know, that's a sweep up. And I don't play that sound often. I don't play that sound often. But this right here was deserving of that sound. That's the sweep up. Like you got all the corners. You know when you sweeping up the room, you know what I'm saying? You tell your kid, you sweep up this room, and they do just the middle. You go in the room and inspect it, like, oh, this dust over here, man. You get over here, all this stuff over in the corner right here. You swept up the whole room. You stepped up the whole room with this shit. And the very first line, you prefaced this poem with that line. Can you repeat that first line?
I said a poet's pen punches paper with untrained, untamed thought in the biggest rings and matches of their lives.
If that don't sum up the life of a poet, the drive of a poet, the aim, the resolve of a poet, I don't know what do. This was a powerful piece. This was a powerful piece. It was just so many different aspects you took it. You know, it's so unfortunate how, you know, we live in a world that's guised as something that it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we live in this America. You know, we know what it's like. You know, America on the screen, you know, across the world, people may have these different images. Part of these images is the reason why you have foreigners that come over to this country and they treat us a certain type of way. They have a disdain for us as they come into the country because of what they seen on the tube, you know, the image. And my sister, man, this is masterful right here. This is no other way to put it. This is masterful. You know, and as you was spitting, what really came to my mind, like, why Kimbrella ain't getting in the Grand Griot? Like,
Listen, now I'm gonna tell you this. I was really, really, really trying to get into this one, but my daughter's gonna be a senior this year and she's going back to school that same week. I got, we're doing college applications, you know what I
I
mean? It's
feel
a
you.
lot going on. So I wouldn't have been able to dedicate the time, doing this live, that's a whole different animal. So you
Facts.
gotta be on point when you're doing stuff live. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be able to contribute 100%. So I ain't even going. But I definitely was trying to trust me. I was there.
A lot of people are lucky. A lot of people are lucky because this is the type of poetry, man, that moves. You know, it's one thing to spit poetry, but then there's another thing to be able to inspire, to be able to move,
Right.
you know, and this was moving right here. This was motivating.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Epic,
Thank you so
Queen.
much.
Epic. Pain, what you thought about it? I ain't gonna talk too long this time. Go ahead, Pain.
Who, me? Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I thought I just called them up.
Yeah.
He off the
I
chain.
gotta get 30 seconds. He always start giving me 30-second, you know what I'm saying, feedbacks, 30-second feedbacks with a
See, y'all
15-second
don't
grace
know. Y'all
period.
don't know. What y'all don't know is I get paid by the sentence. So now, since it's Grand Rio time, Black trying to limit my talking because, you know what I'm saying? The checks looking light. Them checks looking light.
He get paid by the sentence. This nigga's stupid.
Team talking down for the budget. Grand Rio time. We getting salmon. We either gonna have salmon or let this dude talk. We gonna take the salmon. We gotta be quiet.
Shut the fuck up. We gonna get the salmon, nigga. You
Oh, he's stupid.
stupid. Oh,
Uh,
shit.
Brother, man, I love this poem, man. You had a line, I may ignore Black because I know he's gonna say something, but you had a line. You said the pain within the pain. You said pain within your pain. That's a poem and a T-shirt. I
Oh,
just,
okay, okay.
um, yeah, visual thing going on there. You said, see, usually I keep the lines to memory, but ever since the pay cuts, I'm gonna have to start writing things down. Um, you said something about bench pressing your bar. You said bench pressing with no bar.
Oh, I said, I'll start from the line that you just said. I said
Okay,
all this.
okay.
I said all this internal bleeding got my pen leaking and speaking for the pain within my pains because there's way too many to name under the blanket of the sun, moon, and stars. No snaps, applause, fame, or bars, just the verbal gauze and spiritual healing for these scars. Bench pressing too much weight without the spar.
Mm,
Yeah, man. All of that.
mm,
All of that umbrella, man.
mm.
And then you said that was the part I like too because I'm a movie nerd. You said rip the signing off of Jack Nicholson. What's that part too? Read that part,
Oh,
umbrella.
I said, oh yeah, that comes actually right after that. So I said,
All right, go ahead.
bench pressing too much weight without the spar, tension thicker than a video vixen, and it's sickening. Those plugs into the bugs mistake silence for the distance because they don't see the shifting, just the shining and the whispering that rip the lining off the sanity of Jack Nicholson.
That was.
Mm.
This
Epic.
is one of them. This is one of those. This is one of those, Kimbrella. This is one of those.
Mm, mm.
Thank
Kimbrella
you.
ain't been on the work, right? She been on the work.
Not
Kimbrella ain't
yet.
been on the work.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Nah,
Kimbrella.
not
You might get lined up. You might get lined up. You looking work. You looking workish.
yet. Hey, listen, I'm open for it. I'm open for it.
Oh
We
man.
appreciate you always, my sister.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all as well. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy everybody. Peace to all the poets before and after me. One mic.
One Mike. One love, Queen. Oh man. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that
yeah,
episode. I'm looking forward to Kimbrella being on the work. That's gonna be
yeah.
a good time.
That's
And
gonna
I
be a
get to
treat.
bully her a little bit. She can't leave. I get to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for 2 hours. Just, None of that superstar stuff you be pulling in the group.
Oh man. Oh man. So
Speaking of superstars,
who we got right here?
speaking of superstars,
Let me see. Let me see. Can I guess? First lady of the compo?
come on. You know she got the chinchilla on, bro. You already know.
Right on point. Let's bring the first lady on up.
I can't
That's
stand none of y'all.
That's
I
synergy, bro.
can't stand none
That's
of y'all.
synergy. I was even looking at my phone. I was like, let me see, superstar. Who we got here? It gotta be the first lady, Chinchilla Frank Lucas in the building. What it do,
I'm
Queen?
done. I'm
Chinchilla
done.
in July, bro. Chinchilla in July. You know you cool when you got
I
a
can't
chinchilla on
stand
in
you.
July.
And that's
You
just
done
It's not
real,
regal.
changing.
buddy.
I'm just not
Yo,
changing it right
that
now.
that
That's
picture
it.
is so regal though. It's mad regal. Like if you look at the picture itself, bro, like Mo is
That
posing.
picture screams,
That
that picture screams more. Let me hold something.
you know what I'm saying? Yo, come on, let
That
me
makes
hold a little
sense. That
something till
makes sense.
I get my check next week. Come on, I know you got it. I know
That
you
makes
got it.
sense. That makes sense.
You got
I better change my picture quick.
got the beaver hat. That was that
I'm done.
beaver. What is that? Beaver the hat.
That's
Beaver
not no beaver.
the coat
It ain't
chinchilla.
beaver. It ain't.
What is that?
I can't stand none of y'all. It's just what I was wearing for the winter time. That's it. I'm done with all of y'all.
Oh
But the
man,
show's been great so far. Everybody has done their thing. It's all been amazing, and I'm just glad to be a part of the movement. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it.
most definite Queen. What you got? What you got, man?
I think this is new for this show. I'm pretty sure I've never done it, but if I did, and then you give me the new shit butter, and don't be mad at me.
I'm gonna
'Cause
take the button back. I'm gonna take. You ever
you
see?
can't take it back. Just
Yeah.
give me the button.
You see
Just
how
give me the button.
you see how Nori took back his dap. Y'all go check that out. How Nori took back his dap. Jada Kiss and tell the story how Nori took back his dap from a nigga. But in the meantime, let's
Are
go.
you kidding? Well, I love
This
Nori
is
and Jada, so
new
I hope they work that out. Thank you. This is Poetry Is, and it goes like this. Poetry is Poetry is my driving force. I stand the course, ink in hand. My pen is my sword, my shield, my buckler. I love this art form. I'm hot, no longer lukewarm. My, how these bees swarm in the middle of a new farm. This honey from combs lent by Africa, via every terrain from Jamaica to Brunei. I write today. I craft in silence or surrounded by sound. I'm up and away. I'm not coming back down. I claim my power back with Afi. We give thanks for the saints, for the reasons we bank. We manifest the promised land. You see, I'm on my best behavior. Straying from lower vibes, I want to run straight to God. This is no lie. I'm building bridges right to the other side, writing family into existence. I love the magic of happenstance. How coincidence really don't matter. I feel the words as they strum up from my holy father. Grateful for all of the Orisha. You see, this is a gift. Golden touch with the Midas flow. We tango or Benin back when it was in to have brown skin. Stay on topic. Stop it. My book is full of scribes on and off of the pulpit. I have plenty to share. Poetry is, will, and have always been. So we write. Every single chance that we get, it could be anywhere in the world. Without a book and a napkin, a receipt, or a bag will surely prove this ink is gonna come out no matter the mood, the energy, the vibration, the scene, the dreams. I preen and sheen, giving thanks all the while, and in between, me riding the blessings into my arms with speed. I am a lyricist, a poet, tried and true. Poetry is everything to me. I breathe through paper. LM.
Shit like that,
Dom
shit
the
like that,
Mongo,
shit like that,
Mongo,
shit like that, shit like that.
Dom the Mongo, Mongo.
Fire, fire, fire. Uh, Definitely an ode to the artist. You know what it feels like. Anybody know what it feels like? I know you guys know what it feels like when you finish that poem that's been, that poem that's been on your heart, and you done got the concept, and you start writing it, and you get into it. You know that feeling you get when you finish that poem? You know what I'm saying? When you write the very last stanza, and it's done, and you look at it, you like, let me spit it. It's done. Let me spit it from the top. This is what that poem gave me. With this poem you just spit, LM, this is what it gave me that feeling. That nostalgic feeling of, creation. It's something odd, and only a poet knows what I'm talking about.
Thank you, King. I know exactly what you mean. And I think I was there with that. No
Mm.
prompt, just reality. And a lot of people, I mean, we breathe through paper because poetry saves lives. And it's not even, no segue, just the reality. A lot of people use poetry to thrive and survive things that maybe no man could. So I give thanks.
Indeed. Indeed. Payne, what you thought about it?
Oh man, this reminded me of back in the days when people wrote to write. Like it wasn't necessarily no blog talk or no clubhouse or we wasn't going to no open mic or nothing, man. We just was scribing to just be like, yo, here it is fire. Just spit something. Or we outside the open mic waiting and we just like, yo, LM, let me hear something. And you pull this out and we like, oh. That's what this gave me, man. It just gave me them vibes when we just wrote because that's what we do, man. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Thank you. Mad love to the family as always, and looking forward to the Grand Griot. I already know you guys in person, but I'm looking forward to all the other poets that I'm going to meet. And I can't wait to just be there and soak in all the poetry and all the
Yeah,
the magic.
You know us in the flesh.
Ashe.
You know us in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I do for a very long time. But it's still, it's still going to be a new event because we haven't done this in person in live, so or in color, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you guys.
Definitely, definitely.
And I just want to say this. Regardless of what you may see LM saying in these streets, it ain't gonna be no magicians at the Grand Griot.
Won't be no
I thought there was
rabbit.
rabbits. You guys
No
have hats.
rabbits.
Both y'all niggas is magical. I'm done.
No rabbits coming out the hat.
Don't
Both
people,
y'all got top
people,
hats with
people
rabbits
was
jumping out of
hitting
that
me up.
shit.
People was hitting me up asking, can they get sawed in half? And what do I say? It ain't no listen to
I'm
LM.
done.
It ain't no magicians in the building.
You said there was gonna be rabbits. I'm confused.
Oh man.
All right, Mo. All right. You did good with the poem. You did good. The post poem
Well, thank you
interview, we
kindly.
still got work
Bye
to do.
bye.
But the poem was fire.
Listen. Nobody's perfect, and I'm okay with me. All right. Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light. All right, man.
To the family, to the family,
To the family, to the family.
to the family.
Peace, love, and light. You did a good
Peace,
job
love, and light to the family.
filling in for Mo the other week with R&B through
I
Z.
appreciate
Did a
you.
hell of a job, man. Did a hell of a job, man.
I appreciate
Caught the
y'all.
essence of Mo.
Appreciate you.
uh, who we got next on the mic, bro?
Next, or listen, man. Shout out a few people left, man. Shout out to Jay Nicole. Shout out to Boo. Shout out to Miss Lady. Black, he been doing 10-minute
Blame it on me. Blame it on me.
deep dives on poems on
Sadness.
tonight. And when it get Grand Griot time, Black gets real deep with the poetry. So y'all gotta hang out because he goes in. Grand Griot season, he starts going in.
uh,
Next on the mic, though, is our sister, Beautiful Butterfly.
let's bring beautiful butterflies on up to the stage.
Hello, hello, hello.
What's good, beautiful butterflies?
Uh,
What's good with you, sis?
I'm good. I'm sorry. My mic was going crazy. It was like telling me that it was red bar, but there was no red bar.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. Yay! So, y'all, the show has been beautiful. Kimbrella, I told you before. I'm gonna tell you again. You need to teach me some skills. But I really enjoyed the show tonight. Everybody, Geronimo, um, you had me in a chokehold. I'm not gonna lie because I know a lot of people that flow over their heads, but it's the understanding that we as a society, especially Black people, had grow up on the Fresh Prince and the little digs inside of it. So I really enjoyed the show tonight. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all a million times for being here.
On that note, real quick, Kimbrella and Geronimo, please put the titles of your poems in the chat for me, please. The official title for your poems, please. But go ahead, beautiful.
That would do. Okay, so this is new ink. Written. I think you heard it today, but this is still new ink because I just wrote it today.
All right, it's new for me.
I be in these poetry streets. Black don't be outside. I be in these streets. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Black. Let's talk about it.
yeah, because I be out here working, man. I be out here working, man.
New
Doing all the grunt
shit.
work in the background. You having all the fun.
This is new shit.
Pop off. I always ask for love and affection, but would end up with dead flowers sitting in water, wondering if I ever get the chance to feel my mother's love and affection, or at least respect. Nah, that would be too good. God was playing tricks on me. I will never know it, and that's becoming more and more obvious to me. I'm learning no one owes me anything, but I have to demand respect. I never thought I would let go of my past self because I crave a relationship with a woman to replace the fantasy of having a mommy. Now look at me growing apart from these women and looking out for myself, my mental health, and my physical health. I had to go to the right mirror because I kept on seeing my younger, unhappy self staring back at me, begging me, go find me a mommy. I searched for years, not knowing for sure if I would ever find a mommy that would fulfill my dreams and her needs. She's dead, like these flowers I got in this clear purple vase, living in my body, mind, and now having the presence of self has given me liberty to choose my own path. No longer crying myself to sleep, wishing for peace or a piece of a mommy to tuck me in and kiss me goodnight. Sadly, I see people harming others to feel safe and heard, like they used to do me when I was a little girl. Some of these people feeling entitled to sacred poetic spaces, yet they aren't poeting. They are being bullies or just loud and obnoxious, speaking every chance they get instead of being a good listener. I used to feel bad for not speaking up for myself, but if you know, then you know. If you knew, now you know. If you old, you'll know. Now, if you knew and you know, then you know that now that I'm speaking up through my poetry, or words that may cause others to feel my voice or make them think, is she referring to me? I'm done choking on my own silence. It's been far too long, and water cannot wash this pain down. Just like it can't revive these dead flowers. I learned boundaries as a second language. No, no, no. No is a complete sentence, and it feels great to speak up for myself without stumbling over my words. So, this is my new language. Here's my answer: no. I'm proud to say I'm in my new body with a new attitude. I'm finally finding the courage, strength, and confidence to be seen and heard. Going against my own will has caused me to play the role of a loser. And no one likes a loser, nor is a winner. So I will continue to grow stronger and courageous. No more loser shall I be. My new role is of a woman with a big ego, who stands tall and holds my head up high. I'm the new me. Love me or not, I am only changing for myself. That's enough oxygen. I'm giving that subject. So just take me or leave quietly. This is not an airport. No need to announce your departure. In everyone's life, there comes a point of no return. Your ignorance is mine. I learned the hard way. Once my presence was felt by losers, I became their target. They tried to clip my wings. They lost. I hope it causes them sleepless nights now that they have to watch me soar. I can be a pretty, petty poet. Sings how I'm pretty and petty and a poet. I was silent for too long, far too long. Now eat this cake, anime. It's so stalkery of you to make stupid comments, to try and engage with me when I clearly ignore you intentionally. See, there's a difference. Honestly, it is what it is. But what if it wasn't? Who is this we you always speak of? I am single by birth, and I am not a part of this we you try to speak of. Say you, not we, because you're not me, and we're not a we, and I refuse to be a part of some bullshit you trying to wrap around a tree. I still have those dead flowers in a clear water because it's hard to toss them. Because I don't know when I'll get more flowers or a chance to love a mom again. I say peace for now because I don't know when I'll find my peace of mind. Peace.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Dom DeMarco.
Oh man, dope expressive piece, beautiful. I love the comedic approach that you take with the cynical cadence. But this is a poem about self-realization. You know, being okay with you, being okay with you know, being okay being you. Um, I'm loving this poetry right here. You know, the last few weeks you came, all thought provoking pieces, man. But this poetry right here that you've been performing these past few weeks is giving me an insight, of the character of your character, and it's beautiful, man. I thought you did a great job with this, and I enjoyed it. Payne, what you thought about it?
Yeah, I felt like you had a better grip on this poem now than when I heard it earlier. I know when I heard it earlier, you had just wrote it, but I was really able to sink in on what you were saying in this poem. And I just admire you as an artist, beautiful butterfly, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. And I have to be honest, I kind of ad libbed a little because when I did it earlier today, when I first wrote it, I was very angry still. And so once I was able to let that anger go, I was able to come across differently. And so that's a little adjustment, and I can always catch the replays and hear it again. So thank you
It
very
sound
much
like
for
you had
having
a
me.
it sound like you had a Pepe Le Pew. You had a stalker, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do have a stalker on this app. That's why I
Oh
make up
man.
one part. Like, stop saying stupid comments to me. We're not friends. I ignore you intentionally. It's not accidental.
Oh man, great piece, great expressive piece at that. Oh man. All right, Payne. How this train going, man? Did you
Man, we
skip
got one
anybody?
person left in queue. No, man, we got one person left in queue. It's unfortunate because a few people came into the room late. But I gotta tell y'all, Black is very strict about ending the queue at
Blame it on
11:30.
black.
Or you said he already giving me a pay cut, and you already see I got limited time to speak. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where now he'll let me get on stage till after intermission. You know what I'm saying? So
Man.
unfortunately for the people who just got here. You got to get here 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Saturday. We close the queue at 11:30. It's
Blame,
12:35.
blame it
And
on black.
Black, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know it. He's 6'3". He's mean when y'all not around. And yeah, so I'm going to just keep it moving.
Listen, they'll believe everything. They'll believe anything. Anything. But don't believe that, man. Don't believe that cap from Pain. All right, that's cap. All right. Don't blame it on black. I'm the good guy in this scenario. All right. Who we got closing the queue, bro?
Closing out the queue is our brother, Sinister.
Oh man, this should be a treat. Let's bring Sinister up to the stage.
What's going on, fellas?
What's good?
Happy
What's
blow
good?
shit up day, a day late. We'll talk about freedom later. But, here's the beauty of it, right? I'm sitting in this room, and I know I don't come around a lot, and that's more my fault than your guys' because I am back 7 years ago. And right back where I was when I found poetry 3 years ago. This fucking love. All the people here, I am elated. I got to come out of my shell, man, and you guys are here. Thank you. My poem is in the chat.
Yeah, I got it. I got it queued up. I'm ready to go with it. So the name of this is Love is For.
The month of peace. I just want you to lovingly stroke my head. Tell me pretty things to aid my calm. Because in your presence, I feel whole. The holes in me heal more with your love. Warm breezes that touch sun-kissed lips. Cheeks glow. The setting in your eyes. I feel the sun. Not lost in the cause of your persuasion, never absent in your hold. I stare as you turn to go. Don't ever leave the whole of my dare, 'cause in you I choose to care and dare over exasperated digressions and only new pain. I want the value of you to nourish me. A place we can go, grow, and be unlike before. With that word, I will give you evermore. Cause that is what love is for. The Bakri Breeze.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Down the
Wow, Sinister. This was really, man, this was really heavy. This was heavy, very intimate. I thought this was really heartfelt. I just want you to lovingly stroke my head. Tell me pretty things. I thought you set the mood with this piece. You put us in a vibe. You put us in a scenario where everything is just peaceful, serene, and calm. And I really dug this piece, man. I really dug the way you delivered it in contrast to the way it's written. I thought the pauses and you know, the slow draws, I thought it added texture to this piece, man. It did. I thought you did a good job with this, man. Payne, what you thought about
I wasn't ready. I ain't used to, you know what I'm saying, being able to
it?
talk so quick, man. I wasn't ready. Oh man, Sinister, man. This was that. This was that. Man, this was a love poem, but not in the sense of like cliche. You know what I mean? It was more like emotional transparency, but you said, I just want you to lovingly stroke my head, tell me pretty things to aid my calm. Uh, it's rare that you find pretty used for a masculine description of affection, but it worked so well, not only on how you delivered it, but just in the scenery you created. I feel the sun not lost in the cause of your percussion, never absent. That was like all of these visual things, man, that you were saying. But my favorite line of yours in this piece, you said, I stare as you turn to gold, don't ever leave the whole of my dear. And I just thought that was so poetic, man. This read to me like a confession, but it was also a surviving of love poem, man. And it wasn't a poem in the traditional sense of flowers and butterflies. It was more about one finding themselves after the pain one may endure from being in love. And man, I dug this, Sinister. I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you guys. Yeah, you got it completely right. You give yourself for 20 years. It brings you three beautiful children and a wonderful grandchild that I just had his first fourth with, which is fucking amazing. But there's a hole, right? And that's my dare to care. It's like, okay, I've been broken. I'm fucking jaded, motherfucker. You gotta earn my trust and be more than just pretty. You gotta have a mind to touch my soul. And that's what this piece is about. Like when I posted on Facebook, this is a non-tangible production, but it can be for the right person. And I fucked up, and it's fucking me up right now with some wrong people. And I'm gonna go back to my 2.5 years of celibacy if I have to. Fuck you all. I'm worth more. So that's what this piece is.
Yeah, man. Great piece, bro.
Appreciate you, Sinister.
What a way to close the queue out, though. What a way
I
to
just want
close
to
the queue
say
out.
though, if you're going to be celibate, can you say "fuck you all"? I should have asked him that. Yeah, man, it was a great show, man. I appreciate y'all all for being here, especially those of you that's been here from the get go. It's a few of you here that've been here since the show started. We appreciate you guys the most.
Facts. So look, we know Payne got somebody up his sleeve. I don't know if I should have said that right, in spite of the Diddy trials. And he got something up his sleeve. Can't say someone. Who we got, bro?
But you just want to say goodbye to people. Like
I
this
mean,
is it.
but I mean, you never do
This
that
is
though.
it.
So you don't got
I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone. Black's always assuming I got somebody in the cut, but sometimes I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't bully people to get on the mic. So I'm gonna say I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Make sure y'all go to World Stage tomorrow. How many mics to be back? I believe on the 27th or the 26th, one of those days. But at the end of this month, how many mics to be back? I think R&B through Z is on Monday.
That'll be on Monday.
And yeah, listen.
We'll be doing the Life Jennings album. His first album, 268-192, I believe.
Oh, must be now. Rolling in
Yes.
my two on the condo, looking for
For a few
somebody
niggas
I
like a
can
borrow.
borrow.
$5 or $10
$5
till
$10 till
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I'm doing bad,
I'm
y'all.
doing bad, nigga. Yo, I can
Y'all
swear
don't
we
know,
said,
man.
yo.
This Grand Grill got me and Black bumping like Jennings for real right now. Y'all don't even know.
Every dime, every red cent, man. Yo, y'all show
And
up and
they
show out.
pass me by super fine. I'm gonna bump down. We're gonna have fun on Monday. Oh, y'all don't let me talk. I forgot. I'm not allowed. I'm not
Man.
allowed to talk anywhere. Wow. Okay. Anywho,
That's gonna be a dope album. We gonna be doing that
We
album.
appreciate y'all, man. We really, really
We
do.
do.
And I do have a
What?
closer, Black. I do got somebody that's gonna close us out.
All right, before you bring that close up, because I knew already, but before you bring that close up, I want to urge everybody go out and get your tickets before they sell out to this Grand Griot. This this monumental event is gonna be happening August 23rd, 2025. It's weeks away at this point. You know what I'm saying? We weeks away. So get your tickets before they sell out, man. Because once they're gone, they're gone. And if you plan on getting a VIP ticket, you really, I'm talking like tonight, you better go ahead and cop your VIP tickets because them VIP tickets is almost gone. So just a word to the wise. But who we got as that closer, bro?
man, in fact, the last time I was with this poet, they was singing like Janet. They was like, "I be robbing these niggas. I'm a stick
Let's
up
just think of
kid.
kid.
I know how I live. I admit it." I was like, "Oh, this shit, my nigga." He was like, "Yeah, my nigga, this my shit."
You better not be talking about who I think you talking about, because I'm gonna be dying, man. Who's out closer?
Closing us out tonight at the Good Doctor Russ
I knew he
Legacy.
was gonna say that shit. Let's break Russ on up. I'll be robbing these niggas. I'm a stick up shit. Oh my god.
Way to start by putting me in a corner.
What's good, Russ? What's good, man?
You know. The whole vibe is entertaining, you guys. Listen, I have an idea.
All right.
It's for Grand Griot.
Okay.
It's T-shirts where you each T-shirt has a prompt, and you accredit the prompt to the person who said it. You start with, "You said there was going to be rabbits." LM. I'm telling you, that shit's going to sell out.
You promised us rabbits. Where the hell he at?
This has to happen. This has to happen now.
Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Russ, I'm on this. I'm on it. I'm on it, good.
Good. I like just coming up with ideas and having other people do the work.
Oh man.
Listen, I am so excited for that weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. It's
It
gonna
truly
be
is.
great.
Russ, I meant to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you the next Grand Griot?
Yeah, I was about to ask what you took it out my mind.
You know.
Are you the next Grand Griot?
Listen, I signed up because I thought I needed some discipline. And so I'm getting to work on all those assignments.
That's what
You
I'm talking
know.
about.
And I heard somebody say memorize at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is my Mount Everest. So we'll see. We'll see if I get there. I'm gonna try.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Putting the effort in, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, we putting a pen in this Russ t-shirts. We putting a pen in it.
Definitely put a pin in that.
You promised us rabbits, LM. I'm on sale at the Grand
No,
Griot.
it's not you
You
promised us rabbits. It's not that. It's you said there was gonna be rabbits.
You said there was gonna be
You
rabbits.
said there was going to be rabbits. LM, listen, if you want, these are going to be exclusive Grand Griot shirts at the Grand Griot event. Come through and yeah, Russ, man, listen, great idea. But without further ado,
All right, let me get this piece out for you. After the poetry ends, the rain falling finely outside this mid-century modern Airbnb, nestled in Amherst Woods, the rain falling finely offers me company.
After the poetry ends, it's just me, still listening. Just me, uncomfortable with speaking on my needs, and I listen to rain wisdom, all about its fall to earth. The rain, after the poetry ends, is weeping. And I say, there's always something left to say, but it sticks in the thickness of body parts, sore, needful. I see you see me. I know how electricity flows. I don't mind if you bend over after the poetry ends. You pay close attention to detail. You know how your pussy looks fat, straining against red panties, one lip slips out, orchestrated. You coolly appraise how you have my attention, and, yes, against my will, you like surrender. And I retaliate with loving the parts that caused you to feel shame. Hot, stinging tears of relief as I seize you. Go ahead and grind. You're so diligent, and let me practice at telling what I need. One moment, please. I have to gather myself. Plus, I'm distracted by the vision of your fine ass grinding. You bearing your weight on your elbows, bending over the bed. I haven't touched you yet. You know about that word. Say please. I need to see your eyes when you beg. You like to sex my intellect. Paint me with your theoretical glide. You bounce, you ride, you glisten, and you better get in this witness protection after the poetry ends what dreams may portend. End peace.
Shit like that, shit like that,
Russ
shit
has
like
been
that,
here
shit like
enough
that.
times, Black. Russ has been here enough times. I do not doubt that he spit this piece knowing that we wasn't going to, because I want to tear into this
Yeah,
piece,
word,
man.
word.
I want to tear into this piece, but Russ know what he's doing. He knows how the close goes. I think he slipped this in knowing that we wasn't going to pry too much into this.
Yeah, we gonna have
But,
to get a reprisal on this, man. We gonna have to get a
yeah, Russ, you're gonna have to spin the block on this one because
yeah,
we gotta talk about this.
yeah. You have to come back and spit this on regular iron hours so we could talk about this.
I'm just learning for y'all. That's what I have to say.
Touche. Listen, man. We want to thank Rush for closing us out. This has been a great night of spoken word, great night of community, man. I loved every minute of it. Thank you guys for coming out, spending all this time, and sharing your vibe, sharing your artistry, and allowing yourselves to be vulnerable on this platform. It's a beautiful thing, man. We love you guys. Payne, any last words?
We love you guys. Good night.
Good
Ha ha ha!
night.
Took your shit. Took your
You took
shit.
my shit, right? You took my
What's
shit.
up, world? It's your
My bad. Wrong button. Let's go. Y'all go check out that episode of Sticky too. Sticky is officially a podcast now. We'll get into the conversation.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
It was one of those pieces that where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, Iron. Sharpeth. Iron.